legend! Spooky just gifted a sub to Spark Plant. You fucking legends to a person. And yeah, friendos, we're still at 335 concurrents. That's right now. That's not lifetime. That's right now. For a group our size, that is unprecedented. You absolute majestic mother hubbards. Thank you. Here's to another month of the long ship. But yeah, so I haven't been having any problems with the streaming stuff. For me, it's been like, I do a whole show, hang out with you lot all day, and then suddenly, at the end of the show, it's like, boom! Like dropping off a cliff. And so, yeah. So Salem says, I've been living in the city without a car for 8.5 years. Cool. Oh, Spiller. Spiller with, this channel's got the will to survive. I will report you to the Queen. Alright. Enough faffermancy, which is kind of like... Yo! Dash, you fucking ledge! Holy shit, Dash! Yo, sorry. Everyone, Dash just gave out 5 subs to the crowd. Just 5 subs, like it's no big deal. Dash Cole, fucking thank you. And those went to Carl R, MC Catmaster, Bow's Big Brother, and the Snazzy Penguin, along with the, I want to say Instrumental Demon, but with all the vowels taken away. So that's a thing. That's
Stop that incessant clicking.
The clicking will be happening. Aaron says, I'm not doing so good. I'm going to have to bounce right now. You're just waiting to see the thing. Have a nice day. Aaron, like, do what you need to. You know, you have my axe if you need it, alright? So, pop on back as and when you feel, if you need to. Okay? We got you. Alright, let's get...
Stop that incessant clicking.
Dash, you fucking ledge. Okay, so let's see if that works. Oh, bear with me just a second. Okay, so jumping back into chat, Chrono's saying it's been an hour already. I hope our guest is not too grumpy. I gave him a warning. This is longer than I would have predicted, but they were given a warning. The only thing I think they are going to be deservedly grumpy about is the fact that I'm going to continuously mispronounce this game title because I believe it's French. So do let me know how the levels are, dear friends. So we're going to start a new career, and then I'll give Mateus a bell and invite them in. Also, yeah, MC Catmaster, Peeps, Bal.
Stop that incessant clicking.
And Bal, I'm so sorry to hear you lost your job as well, friend. If we spoke about it before, then yeah. It's a crapper, and you know, when my life turned to fire and fury, I got lucky and then ended up meeting you lot, and then there we go. Chrono says, might you try typing Sexy Benjamin on the start screen? I follow this game a bit. So just here, just type... Alright, let's give it a try.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Ninja!
What's up, nerds? How's fucking life?
Ninja Falcon, you fucking legend! Ninja, life is crazy, but we're doing it, yo. How are you doing, friend? So, ladies and gentlemen, Ninja Falcon is a, pro-level, it's pro-level at a bunch of games, and is exceptionally above my skill level. A wonderful aspect!
In real life, it is pronounced Passepartout.
Passepartout. Passepartout? I can't remember. And Flame Bait was saying they very rarely get annoyed unless they're hungry. In which case, but they ate well in advance, yeah. Well, Bal, it's lovely to have you with regardless. And the thing is, good jobs come, good jobs go. I've been an affluent man and I've been a very poor man several times throughout my life. Anyway, so Ninja, thank you for the sub, yo. Also, friends, if you would consider throwing a follow to Ninja Falcon, I'd consider that a favour, because they've been really cool to me, and they're super chill. They're super chill and super cool and fucking much better at video games than I am. So yo. Okay. So, ladies, gentlemen, and individuals of all possible persuasions, it is my esteemed pleasure to finally introduce to you Passepartout, the Starving Artist. A gorgeous little game about being an independent artist. Now, I've had a request that the first thing I have to draw is an anime. It's one whole anime. So this could take a while. To Contriev TV. Whomever that is, thank you for the follow, yo. Because we're not doing too bad. I think we're like 1,800 or something. Yeah, 1810. So we're 190 away from 2K. Baron Sheep says, hex or grid? No, that's just the way I'm sitting. Oh, so Ninja said you would not believe what's happened the last couple of days. Got a free DreamHack pass. Nice! Submitted a speed run just for pure laughs. I've not touched it in a long time. That's months old. And I get this email that's opening for a marathon with a free 3-day pass. Dude! That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm super happy for you, friend. I've never been to DreamHack. I know an inordinate amount about it, and I've submitted projects for it, but I've never been. George is like, I mean, it's pronounced Passepartout. Love you guys. Alright, new career. Oh, and Marshall, just want to say quickly, they're stuck in VR, but listening, so I want to say hi, and all the appreciation for the game, the devs. They are a huge fan. Introduction. Click on the easel to start painting. Alrighty, so I've got to draw an anime. So first things first, we need like a big rolling hill background. Oh, check it out, he does a little dance with me. Oh, you're gonna probably hate me by the end of this. Cool, check that out. And let's get some dope ass feckin' sky in there, am I right? Some happy little trees. I bet no one else has made any references to our Bob. There we go. Alright. Happy little accidents. Correct you are. So yeah, I'm gonna have to draw an anime. So, I'll tell you what. Let's get Mateus on the line while I'm drawing one whole anime, as requested by, was it Miyaki Sakura? I believe it was. And let's go from there. So, oh, and I do apologise for that, friends. I just need to bring the sound down on Passepartout.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
Kestrel, you fucking legend!
Happy, joy.
Darn fecking right. Kestrel, fecking thank you. Like, you've been chilling with us for so long, and it's so lovely to see those little messages from friends pop up, yo. Alrighty. So, I am going to... Why am I not following? I'm bad at this. I am bad at this. Mateus, I need to either add you to our Discord or... Yo! J-Post, you fucking legend! J-Post, feckin' thank you. That's a tier 2 for 7 months! Like, you'd think with so many of these subs, like, stacked back to back, I'd be like, whatever, it's so cool, you know, whatever, I expect it, you know, it's no big deal. I absolutely do not, and I find it very difficult Sometimes. Because there is a lot that happens all at once, and I don't always know how to be a cool kid on the internet. I'm just adding Mateus via the interwebs. Oi. I mean that didn't work. Don't give me that didn't work. Don't give me that nonsense. Sorry, bear with me a second. I'm just bringing Mateus into the call. There we go. Spark says, so what are you drinking today? I am drinking a Cherry Street coffee. The place with the Infinibeer that I went to check out, their coffee machine died, so they just had free coffee from Cherry Street across the road. Like, no big deal. So let's start that voice call. And see where we can go from there.
Hello.
Hello! How are you doing?
Hey! Great. How are you?
I'm doing good, just boosting you up a little bit. And
Fantastic.
Passepartout is still a little loud, so I just need to adjust that a little bit more. And then boost you up a little bit more. Dude, thank you so much for waiting, friend.
Hey, no problem. I'm excited to join this stream. It'll be fun. It's actually my first Twitch stream ever.
Very cool.
So it's like my first experience. So I'm very excited to share this with you.
Oh, dude, that's super cool. Well, I gotta say, when we had your colleagues on for Violet Swing, we had a great time. And so I'm super happy. So, ladies, gentlemen, and individuals of all persuasions, I am joined by Mateus, who is part of Flamebait Games, the developers that created this title. So, dude, I want to say thank you again for making time to be on this mischievous of operations.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So yeah, I'm currently going to draw one whole anime while we're talking. So Beador says, still a tad quiet. I've just adjusted it, so give it a level. Give it a moment. So dude, making a game about being an independent artist, but making it in the style of like a puppet theater? Yo, where did that idea come from?
All right. So this has like a bit of history surrounded to it, like because this was actually our first commercial game ever.
Yeah.
We made this while we were still students in the university, and I think a lot of people thought we were idiots for trying to make such a pretentious kind of artsy-fartsy game as our first title. But what we kind of strongly believe in is that you need to do something different and try to do something small. And this idea popped up while I actually was watching Around the World in 80 Days, you know, the movie with Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that movie there's a fight scene in like a museum or an art gallery or whatever.
Yeah.
That just kind of like popped into me like, whoa, I want to have an art gallery. That would be freaking rad. But I also kind of don't know how to draw art. Can maybe make
I know what you're talking about. Dude, I'm doing art right now. It's really feckin' easy. So I wish I just told you, just draw. Like, I didn't realize I could just do it. It's super easy.
Yeah. And like, so we developed like a small prototype and released it and got quite popular with a bunch of streamers. We were like, oh shit, this is...
Oh, no, not those guys. They're the worst.
I love streamers. And like the puppet choice is actually credit to mainly to our art director, if I remember correctly. He suggested it, and it's like also mainly a workload kind of production thing as well, because if we can make these puppet scenes instead of having to do like some sort of open world type of thing or like big scene, then we can save a bunch of time and focus that time on something else. So that helped us being able to produce a better game, I think. Plus, it's cute. I really love it.
It is exceptionally good. So, dude, thank you. Like, I am absolutely digging this. In case that wasn't entirely apparent.
Glad to hear. Like, it's so wild because as indie developer, like, it's almost never that your first game actually succeeds. So when we released this game and got all the love from the fans and the streamers, it's like been such a weird and amazing journey for us. Because like we were kind of in the mindset of, okay, we're gonna release this game, it's probably gonna flop. We'll be happy if it maybe breaks even, and then we'll go with the second game, and hopefully that will fly, and we will be able to like sustain our indie dream or go like bankrupt and stuff like that. So, and what that means is like doing the a starving artist game while you're a starving artist. I think kind of creatively helped that a lot. So yeah, I think you can see a lot of like our personal struggles in the game in a way.
I mean, we need to get a little bit further in so we can see some of the, so we can see a little bit more of the kind of the mechanics of before I say anything specific. But like, so far, the things we have to contend with are our bills, which is a little bit scary. And yes, this is a card battle anime, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering.
It's looking great so far, from what I can see.
Thank you. I do try. It's got little stubby hands, though. I've only got so much time. Check this out. I'm doing an anime.
Oh, is that a cell phone thingy?
No, that's his card for his card battling.
Oh,
Good.
sorry. Oh, yeah, I meant, is that a card?
Of course, and he's a flame card user. So this is his little flame card for flame bait games.
Oh, shit.
I'm on point today, friends. I'm on point.
That's amazing.
I know, right? Honestly, I don't know why I've even paid artists.
Bleed Purple 100, Bleed Purple 100 bonus 20. Our guest is still a bit quiet. Also sexy Benjamin.
Am I still a bit quiet?
You're still a little quiet.
Let me see if I can.
So I can boost you, and I think I just need to bring Passepartout like as quiet as I can. There we go. See how that works. Give us a few bars.
Okay, how's this?
Yay! There we go. Much better.
I'm getting some tips from Adam as well. He's guiding me with mic setup. Oh, fantastic.
I'm going to be taking lots of screenshots. And the title of this anime is obviously anime. Anime the anime.
So you're based in the US, right?
I am, yes. I'm out in Seattle.
Because I kind of like feel like I hear like a tone of British in your accent.
So I've spent more time in London than anywhere else.
Ah. That explains it.
Don't worry, I've got an idea. Yeah, I'm using layers because that's how smart artists do it. Yeah, check this out.
You're layering that.
I'm just gonna make sure I'm not misspelling anime.
I mean, that also adds some artistic flair.
It does.
Personal
It does.
touch.
Bills. You don't have to handle it. So I want to say thank you. Who was that through? So Chronoron, thank you for throwing the bits to remind me to edit the levels. And Spark says, what will your anime character be called? I don't know. Card battle? I hadn't thought this far ahead. I've drawn a whole anime. Like, my work here is done. Okay, so we're going to tick this. Oh, and by faffing around, I've spent all my money. So what do? We put this in the world? Oh yeah, so we choose one place we can sell anime.
You have to choose well the best spotlight. Yeah, that's a good spot.
Anime, the anime. I could just tweet it out.
I think so. Maybe it might be so that the Twitter integration is broken because Twitter saw us as spam.
Okay.
Which we haven't managed to figure out yet. But yeah, we got a button.
Well, I'll have a look at that one. So here we go. So if you have a look at our financials, so we're spending 80 a week, and we currently have 20. Now this guy, Monsieur, this tingles my facial hair. He wants to give us 168 for Anime the Anime. I think we should take it. I think we should take it, friends.
Price. That's a good price.
It's a good drawing. You know, I did a large amount of anime, but I saved a copy of it, and that's what you got to do.
It's fantastic.
All right, but now I need to draw some more. Is there a pause? Oh, there we go, pause. So again, just in case people kind of missed the earlier, so you were saying that the art style was coincidental, that you intended to do this game about being a starving artist as your opening gambit.
Yeah.
So were there any things that you did to offset the risk? Because as you said earlier, doing something this potentially doing something this artistic, you called it pretentious, but I think interesting is a better way. Like the art style, the intention. Was there any things that you as a team did to offset the risk of this? Well,
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, in general, we knew that we had to keep the team small and the project scope small as well. So I think this was developed effectively in about 8 months, which is like, if from a business perspective kind of thing, is a very low investment. So that's like our main way of mitigating risk. And then also I feel like as an indie, you're the person that's supposed to take the risk, because AAA will never take the risks, because I kind of feel like it's our duty to try to find new ways to do games, and this was like such an interesting way for us to do that. And since we had a good amount of traction from the get-go with like our prototype, like we usually work from we start out like pitching very crazy ideas to each other, and then we vote on which idea we like the most, and that idea we turned into a prototype which we released for free, and we kept on doing that for how old are we now, like 4 years or something.
Yeah.
And so that we did that with Passepartout, and we got a bunch of big streamers playing it, and then we felt like, okay, we got some traction, that's nice, people seem to enjoy the game, let's like finish it and get it out there as soon as possible. But being like 5 rookies from university, we didn't know much about business stuff at all.
Yeah.
To be honest, we kind of just like, okay, this is a cool game. We try to think about it, but we honestly don't know what we're doing. But you kind of just did stuff.
What were some of the things that caught you off guard? Like going from the student side of things to like actually doing this for fecking realsies. What were some of the things that you were like, oh crud, I can't believe we didn't think of X?
I mean, like stuff that was like huge for us is like, how do you even hire a person? Because we're doing it like pro bono, everyone. It's like stuff like that. Because, and then you understand like from what point we were working from. Like we had to figure out like, how do you hire people? How do you pay them? Then we had to figure out, okay, how do we handle long-term support stuff? And like, okay, what do we do after this? Like we had this big hype of the game, and what's the plan now? Because we kind of foolishly had a plan up until release, like you usually do when you're new, which meant that time after release was just like it was just madness. It's like pure madness, really.
Yes.
Just like patching the game, and it's like trying to figure out like what we do now. We figured that, okay, since it's a drawing game, we should really do a mobile version of it as well.
How did that go down? Did you do that internally, or was that an external?
We did that internally, and that was like probably one of the worst mistakes we've done to date.
I didn't mean to laugh. I apologize.
No, it's funny in like hindsight, but like, okay, so we're a team of 5 people. We got at that point we had 1 programmer. We had me, who's like the CEO design guy. I mainly like answer emails and look busy, and then we have 2 artists and a sound guy. And like, okay, we're gonna do a mobile port. That means that we have like 1 artist and 1 programmer doing the port. What are the 3 other people doing? And like we didn't figure it out, and it took a huge toll on the people working on the mobile port and us as well, because it's like doing a port is like one of the most grudging things you can do, because what you basically do is that you take the entire game, then you take a sledgehammer, then you just like knock it all down, and then you try to rebuild it, and that's like, oof, that's
Yeah.
a dreadful experience.
Oh, sorry. To all of you lovely folks in chat, if you ever create a title and you're looking to do mobile ports, Switch ports, sometimes it is actually more cost effective to pay someone to do it for you. Because it seems so insidiously easy. Like, oh, it's cool, we'll just port it to mobile. Or we'll just...
Reactor online. Sensors
Hey!
online. Weapons online.
Yes.
All systems nominal.
Crystix, thank you kindly for the sub there, saying, Jack!
Jack, draw me like one of your French girls.
Not on Twitch. So yeah, thank you. So there was one saying, Dorchip was asking, are we doing donations recommendations now? I mean, you all have been exceptionally generous. So if like Spooky or Sakura or Spiller or things want to make some requests, then go for it. But if people do throw bits in while I'm trying to think of something to draw, I am a starving artist and easily bribed. Let's go with that. Rhymes and Moose says, porting partners, often a smart plan. Also, if you have any questions for my wonderful... Yo!
Squids. Hi Will and chat sorts. High fives for awesomeness. Smile.
Squids Earth. That's your 6-month combo. That's a good looking boat you got there, Squids Earth. What ho, friend. What ho to you all. So Mateus, I am opening the floodgates. If people want to ask you questions, they are more than welcome. Just because we're going to be bantering and I'm going to be drawing silly things.
Yes, fantastic plan. Love it.
If you would like to ask Mateus a question, if you at Flamebait, hopefully you see it in chat.
Yes, I should.
And my only request, dear Mateus, and usually I'd go over this in the preamble, is that if you would like to, if you see a question you like, don't worry about interrupting me. This lot have to put up with me talking constantly, so they will not complain. And if you don't mind reading out the person and the question before answering, that'd be lovely. And if there are any things that you can't get into because of NDAs or legal reasons or what have you, just let them know you can't answer. These lovely crowd would not be offended. And if they are, then I don't have an answer to that.
Fantastic.
Spiller wants me to draw the internet, so that's going to be my next one. I'm going to draw the internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, it's still in the green, though. Check us out. Person wants to give us 50 quid for Dramatic Duck. No. You can give us better than that. Alright, so I'm going to draw the internet. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got any questions for Mateus, just go nuts.
Alright, so secretly Robin is asking if there's any big YouTube person who played this game. And yeah, I mean, like from the prototype, we had initially Jacksepticeye, who we owe a lot to the initial traction, because he played the first version. After that, we did a Greenlight campaign when that still was a thing. I think we were like one of the last Greenlight games before they went to the direct system. And then we had Jack coming back again, which was heartwarming and amazing. Also, Jim Sterling gave us a shout out, which was amazing.
That's way cool.
Yeah, and then like the main bulk of the influencer thing came around the release, and I think like the one I loved the most was Draw with Yazza, because partly he's like the most amazing, lovable guy ever. But he played the game and everyone loved it, and then he reached out to us on Twitter, and he was like, "Hey, I got a crazy idea. Why don't you put me in the game?" So he did full playthrough as Passepartout, and then he did an additional playthrough as himself, trying to compete with Passepartout, and that was like such amazing.
That's
we also
super
had
cool.
Yeah, we also had him. We asked him to help us promote like the mobile version, so we funded like a live action movie thing.
That's
in
so
like
cool.
A Passepartout thing on his channel. So you should check that out, because I love Yasa. So yeah.
I will do. I apologise that I didn't look into the marketing and stuff like this, because usually I will admit I do a lot more research before jumping in, and that's great to hear. I mean, content creators can generate a lot of coverage, and when they do, it's feckin' great. The problem a lot of people have been suffering at the moment is that if your game doesn't have this kind of challenge and replayability that Passepartout has, that essentially, man, they only want $50 for a Dramatic Duck? No. I ain't settling for less That duck is my life. The games that have a lot of replayability or have a certain amount of creativity and things like that gel really well with an audience watching, but then the audience then goes and picks up a copy themselves. What we saw with Pinstripe was that it gelled very well with content creators, but the audience went, great, brilliant, that's a great game, and none of them bought it.
Yeah, and that's kind of like one of the main pillars for Flamebait right now is like the creative aspect, because and I think we kind of failed with that on Verlet's Wing because it's not as creative. A good amount of Let's Players played it, but it seems like it didn't gain attraction with the players, and I feel that's a lot to do partly with like the difficulty curve of the game, and like Verlet's Wing is like an entire story of itself, because it's like for us as creators, it's like the antithesis of Passepartout. Because Passepartout is like this hyper-creative casual game, and we was like, okay, now we want to make a very mechanical, intensive game, and then we got Verlet's Wing.
I mean, Verlet's Wing was a cracking game. You know my feels on it.
Yeah.
So everybody, I'd like to introduce you to the net. What is it? It's a series of tubes.
Oh, fantastic.
The internet, it's a series of pipes and tubes, so I've been told. Yeah, alright, I'll take 58 for... No, you know what? Actually, feck off. Dramatic Duck is worth more than 50 quid.
Yeah, don't listen to Benjamin. He always gives the low bid.
Yeah, Benjamin, you ass. There we go.
So Beadora says they like the backdrop. Well, thank you. It was a very fun way to do the art as well, to do these like cute little set pieces. Because it allowed us like to... a lot more detail in them, rather than try to do the quantity approach. We try to do the quality approach within like small stuff. So that's great fun.
Yeah, and we're not starving either. All right, so Greenfire threw me 100 bits to draw a cat. So let's cat it up. So yeah, it was interesting what you were saying about going from a very artistic game to going from a very technical game. Because, I mean, Verlet's Wing is technical. 60 quid? Nah, Benjamin, get stuffed in a bin. Because Verlet's Wing is a very technical game. But there was a certain amount of creativity to that, which I really respected. And I could see, when we interviewed the rest of your team earlier in the year, like I could see the intent and what everyone was going for with that project. But that could be because I'm biased. Like, that kind of like technical swing was real good. Benjamin, feck off! I'm not selling at you for feck all. The duck is important to me. Or I'll sell George the net. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
He wants the net. And the cat is going to be purple. Because reasons.
As many people suspect, the George character is very much inspired by George R.R. Martin. Which you can see on his visuals.
Ah. There's a little cat. Nope.
And Benjamin is actually the only character that survived from the prototype. We had 2 characters in the prototype, but the other one didn't survive. But we really liked the Benjamin character, so we kept him.
You'll notice that I'm not parting with the Dramatic Duck. No, I'm not apologising for that. I'm also trying to remember colour theory, and I think it's the floor that's meant to be the darkest, right? Details. It's a cat.
Secretly, Robin asks if you can haggle with them, and you actually can, using the yellow haggle button.
Oh, nice. Well, then we will haggle away. If people on the Dramatic Duck, they may be ready to... Alright, so haggle, 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 no. Hey! Hang on, let me just quickly pause, because we have ourselves a raid! And Charlamander has just brought in a little party of 7. What, ho, friends, and welcome! It is my esteemed pleasure to show you guys Passepartout, and we have Mateus, one of the developers of this game, on the line answering your questions now. So come on in, friends, as I'm being shite at art. Mateus, I do apologise if my usual line of questioning isn't its snappiness, because 1, I've been up since a very early hour, and 2, this game is wonderfully engrossing. The speed of it keeps it moving well. So, it keeps the game moving well, but also keeps me very much focused on drawing a cat. So I do want to say to Charlamander's crew, what ho and welcome. By the way, if we haven't met, my name is Will. I do this 5 days a week. This is my job. I used to work in the video games industry, and now I stream. And on Thursdays, I try and invite a cool kid guest from the industry over to chat stuff and go from there. And yeah. Oh, and Charlamander says was about to play this game, but it needed an update. So we come here and watch the bad art instead. Absolutely. And Charlamander, what I would say is that this is one of those games that your experience with your crew will be very different than mine. But if you have any questions about this game, how it came to be, the challenges of making it, of going from being a student team operating to a proper business, I got Mateus on the line. So let's fucking do this.
Hit me.
Do not hit him. I need him in one piece. Please do not hit him.
Please not.
And Charlamander said I had such a good time last time I played it. We're all wetting ourselves. I'm saving all my art. I've been requested to draw a cat, but I will be taking requests. So, And to Rov and Charlamander, thank you both kindly for the follows, So, right. We'll be bantering about Dimoteus before people came on in. Absolutely having you cover for me while I'm trying to draw a bad cat.
Yeah, I can keep on doing that. You were talking about the game being a lot, very engrossing, like immersive and stuff like that. And one of the nicest things post-release was getting a couple of messages from people suffering with a lot of anxiety, social anxiety, and stuff like that, telling us that they played a game and just felt calm and much better after playing that. And that was an emotion and a result that kind of couldn't expect, that someone would feel crap and then play the game and then it's start to feel better in a way. So that was sort of heartwarming thing to actually hear.
That's super cool. I mean, video games have an incredible power, and it's always lovely to see that power being used in action. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Secretly Robin asks where we're stationed. A lot of people think we're from France because the game is set in France, in Paris, and has a French name, but we're actually based in Sweden.
Oh, way cool! I actually thought your team was based in Canada. So I was gonna be like, yo, give me the Canadian goss. But,
oh no.
Because because of the French.
Oh yeah. Well, it's almost 12 p.m. over here, so it's not very much Canadian time.
So you're up late.
Yeah.
And let's get some little pause in here, because little beans. There we go. So beef, and beef.
So Stealth Wolf asks how much the game is on the Switch. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it's on the Nintendo Switch as well.
Mate, you gotta leave with that.
Yes, I'm not a salesman. I'm a creator. But yeah,
it's indie games. We're all of it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's $9.99 on Switch and PC, and then it's $4.99 if you want to get it on tablet or mobile.
Yeah. Once again, George wants. I reckon. Oh, George will give us 74 for the dramatic duck. I think it's worth it.
I think you have to let go of the duck, man.
Oh, but it's a really dramatic duck, dude.
Yeah, it's a good duck.
All right, 75. There you go. But I know you'll appreciate it, as opposed to George, who's an asshole.
So Biadora asks, how many random customers are it, and how many Easter eggs? Also, happy snow day. Well, let's see, how many customers are there? I kind of forgot. It's... Oh, give me. You have to fill for me while I count.
Dude, me filling. You're here to fill for me.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. So in total there are 7 types of customers, but then they also have their alternatives. So I think there's about 30 unique customers in the game.
Oh, I'm up to spray can. So what does this mean?
They can make even cooler graffiti art.
Ooh, I've got an idea.
And yeah, in terms of Easter eggs, we added, of course, we added the Yasa model to the game, which you can unlock by typing the secret code "Sexy Benjamin" in the main menu.
Ah.
And for some context of why "Sexy Benjamin" of all the phrases, it's because his Let's Play kinda had a main focus on drawing
I
Benjamin in
request an
very
artwork of that most holy of substances,
sexy
the
poses.
juice of the
so to
holy
speak.
bean.
So that's why we picked that. It was very fun.
That's super cool. And folding content creators into games like this is a wonderful way to anchor them and bring them in. Like, I have chatted with some game peoples. I will name no names because it sounds like I'm humble bragging. But like any of the game teams that we've spoken to have been like, "Yo, do you want to be in this?" I'm like, "Yes, yes." So Charlamander's saying, "You sound British, but your appeals in the US. Where are you from originally?" So, I mean, it's a long ass story. Originally, I'm from. I was born in Cali. I grew up almost all of my life in the UK, and I'm now based in Seattle. So that's where I'm at. Just to add more complication to it. Yeah, to dream of George is a fan. It's making it happen. Comp was saying, draw a dots on a blank canvas, call it capitalism as a statement on the free market. Comp, I can do that one. And Caffeine just donated $5 requesting for the holy bean. I can do that. So next painting is going to be a cup, just while we're at it. But first, get a Union Jack background for this one. Unless I've forgotten how to draw a Union Jack and fecked it up. Which I probably have. And also it's on the side. But, feck it.
You can actually rotate your paintings.
What?
You see that little button?
I've definitely fecked that up somehow. But whatever.
There we go.
Alright, and then get ourselves a nice big coffee mug in the center. And if I could absolutely draw a... If I could draw a Sports Direct mug, I will. But that's a joke only the Brits will get. So, and then that sweet dark brown coffee flavor. I mean, I am a tea. I'm a coffee. Coffee is a necessity. Tea is my passion. Is the way I would put it.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. I do try. A little bit of shading there. Look at that. And we'll put a great big red C for caffeine on the side. Nope, that's a G. Right, it's cool. I got it. I'll recover it. Got this.
You're fixing it.
Yeah, fix it in post.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the C of caffeine. Look at that. You'd never know. Mildly fecked that one, but there we go. Alright. And that one is called Caffeine, but spelled that way. What was the... Oh yeah, the capitalism was the next one. Download that. I'm keeping all the paintings. And George, you can't buy all my stuff. So I'm going to do a speckled background just to make it even more... Like, like a single dark dot in the center of the page. Benjamin, you can go get stuffed. You ain't buying that. No. Yeah. Boof. Fine art.
That is fine art.
Oh no, it was capitalism, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Finest art, am I right? Okay, download that as well. Okay, so let me just pause it for a second because the game does tick along. So jumping back into chat, Stealth was saying, I like the look of this game, it's super chilled. Just bought it on the Switch. Looking forward to playing it and doing better than Will.
Oh,
Savage!
Damn.
So, okay, here's the thing that I think is a really interesting conversation, especially for the viewership. Which was, what was the point where you realised this was a thing you needed to do full time? Because you were saying you went from being students to making this title. Did you just go all in on the concept off the bat? Or did you, were you developing this as a concept and it was a moment where you went, right, this needs to be a commercial product? Take us through it.
All right, all right. Well, it from the get-go, we got together and decided that we really want to create an indie company, and we want to make our own games. So that was always the ambition and the objective for us. The second part was to figure out what game to actually make, which is where we started prototyping and stuff like that. But obviously, having an indie company means that you also have to have some sort of revenue. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to have a company. And what before we released Passepartout, we were actually preparing a lot of outsourcing stuff, trying to get deals to do outsourcing for other people because we were not sure at all if that would be able to bring in any money at all, and we had reached a point that we needed to get money into the company to be able to sustain it. Before that, we were all working part-time on the game, having side jobs. Some people were still studying, and stuff like that. So we always had the ambition of becoming a real company, but we honestly didn't believe it would go so quick. We were kind of lucky in that sense because we were preparing for like the long haul, which is quite usual within the in the game sphere. Like, okay, our first game didn't sell, we'll have to do a bunch of outsourcing. We'll do the porting, we'll do the stuff like that. Then we'll build up enough funds to be able to finance our next game, and hopefully that will bring in enough dough for us to keep on surviving and stuff like that. So we were preparing for that scenario, but we actually never had to do it, which was very fortunate and lucky for us. So we're very grateful for that still.
I'm not drawing the sequel to anime. What are you talking about? Wow, everyone wants to buy that, but no one wants to pay me like decent money.
Maybe they can see through the effort.
Navala says, "Can I request a shark, Kappa?" Fine, I'll draw you a shark. So no, I apologise because again, the engrossing element of this is somewhat undermining my usual ability to be a proper bantersmith. But I think that's a. I'm just going to bear me a second. Okie dokie. So to the new ninja, it's lovely to meet you. Maybe calm down a little bit. If you've just joined us, it's lovely to make your acquaintance. My name is Will, and I am joined on the line by one of the developers of this game. So if you've got some questions, things, throw them in. I'll put you on a little bit of a timeout there just to calm down. And if you do decide to join us, you are more than welcome after. Okie dokie, sorry about that. So jumping back in. Oh, Dortcher says, draw the flag in a longship. No, because I'll destroy it. Reflective was asking if there was support for drawing pads. Did I ask you that already?
No, I think I assume you're meaning like the drawing tablet things. What's it called? The Wacom and the Intuos stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's been one quite a ride trying to figure that stuff out. We initially we wanted to support every tablet natively. But it turns out that the tablet software people and the tablet producers don't really care about indie developers, which means that actually getting in touch with them and figuring out the way to natively support a drawing tablet is borderline impossible. So that was quite awkward for me because I had previously promised everyone that we were going to support drawing tablets before we learned this information. So I had one of those moments. Speaking of like stupid stuff we made during this journey, it's that and doing the mobile port in-house. That's like the two main villains. Yep. But it turns out that if you have a drawing tablet, the most tablets will work as long as you turn off Windows Ink. That cannot be turned on at the same time as you're playing.
Oh no. Now, I mean, that's something of that's something that I've had to handle in the past from a community management standpoint, is when there are things that seem like they should be absolutely simple to deliver, and yet when it comes to the actual technical execution of them can be very impossible. So how did you handle that? I also need to say a thank you to not Future Me, but Dio for donating $3, because all along you thought it was Future Me, but it was in fact I, Dio! Sorry, dude, I had to do that. That's almost contractual. Des says, Anime 2, the anime king. Oh.
So yeah, I like to get back to the drawing tablet point.
Yes.
We were super worried when releasing the game that we would get a lot of hate because we didn't have native support of tablets. But fortunately, we managed to figure out, like, okay, if you turned off Windows Ink, it still works. Not always the way you expect, because you don't have like pressure sensitivity and stuff like that. But and we've kind of felt, okay, that will have to do because we can't do anything else. And then we had to like shift over to being super present in FAQs, being super present in like Twitch streams, like to see like, okay, is someone streaming the game for the first time? Are they trying to use a tablet? If they do, they will run into the problem. Then we kind of had to be there and tell them, okay, just turn off Windows Ink. It's the Microsoft messing with you. So that's kind of how we tackled that, and the result kind of is, from what I can remember, we didn't actually get too much flack from it, and people seemed to figure it out, which was like a huge relief from our end.
That's way cool.
Yeah, because it's like no worse experience than like promising something and not being able to deliver, and it's kind of like all out of your hands because like some corporation don't want or don't have time to speak with an indie developer. So
yeah, much like this card is out of the hands of our anime protagonist. For Anime 2, the cards have been taken away from him. What is he going to be able to do?
You should draw a single tier.
Yes, single blue tier. Benjamin, I'm not selling you shit, you cheapskate. Sorry. All by myself is anime. All by myself. Anime. That actually makes it worse. We'll give him another. No, the single tier. I'm quite proud of that for Anime 2, the anime king. I might sell the capitalism one to one of the punks because the humor of that. Anime 2, the anime king. So one of the things I actually want to compliment you on is understanding the title and handling it. Sorry, let me come back to that. What I mean is that we have dealt with games who are produced by teams with a much larger budget that don't understand these kind of creative outlet games. So one of the examples I'm going to pick on a little bit, because it's a very, very well-made game with an interesting art style, is 1111 Memories Retold, which is, for those of you that haven't seen it, it's a game about World War I, and you play two characters. One of them is a German engineer who joins the front lines to try and find his son who's gone missing. The other is a Canadian photographer who joins the other side to photograph the war because, you know, an officer comes into his photography shop and kind of talks up the whole, you know, girls love a man in uniform angle. Now, one of the things that infuriated me about that game is that you can't keep the photos that you take in-game. That while you can take screenshots of them and crop them, they are not, like, output in any manner that the user can take and use. And I thought that was something that was very interesting. I want to say Towerfall, it's not. Firewatch? Is it Firewatch? The first-person narrative game where you have a disposable camera.
I haven't played Firewatch, but it might be Firewatch.
It might be Firewatch. Now, they had an interesting feature where, if you wanted to, you could pay like $30, and they would develop and send you all of the disposable camera photos you took in-game. Which, again, I thought was interesting, but it was like, when I played it, I was also pretty fucking broke, so I wasn't able to buy the prints. So, just understanding that users are going to want to keep the dumb things that they draw, or the brilliant things that they draw, I think is excellent. And I didn't have a statement to make there. I merely wanted to commend, because it's understanding, or at least the perception that you understand the people who play your games and what they're going to do with them is very, very cool. Oh, and it was Firewatch, so thank you all. I'm going to draw a shark next. Bloody hell. Like, this is why I invite guests on, so I don't have to work as hard. You've got me drawing things all over the place. I'm not quite ready to sell capitalism yet.
So Des and Foxplay asks if there's something that the NPCs specifically like or dislike about the paintings, or if it's random. I'm not gonna spoil the behavior of the characters, because once you do that, it becomes super boring to play. So I'm gonna keep that a mystery. But what I can say is that it's not actually random what they like or dislike.
Okay. No, that's terrible. What am I doing? My art is terrible. I cannot believe that you are all putting up with this. Alright. That's better, but not great.
Oh, and Reflective Gamer is asking if you can unlock a mixing of paint on a canvas, like a Bob Ross kind of thing. And in this game, you sadly can't, but it's kind of intentional from our end, because we wanted to capture the MS Paint experience when drawing. That's like a way for us to make the game more accessible to more players, because like if you present the player with like color wheels, 20 brush sizes, and all these tools, then it's like instantly start to become a much harder game, a much more intimidating game to get into. And doing this kind of MS Paint type of tool set allows everyone to kind of be on the same footing in terms of what they actually can create. And granted, some people have made insanely good paintings. Like there's one person who made like a one of the self-portrait of him. Like managed to make that in Passepartout.
Like, that sounds fucking cool.
Yeah. And there's also like I saw on Reddit, there's a user who has made a script that prints an image into Passepartout.
Okay.
So you can upload an image, and it looks like move the mouse in a way that like takes pixel per pixel and recreates the image using the available colors. It was a lot of fun.
And shark. Save and shark. There we go. It's a good little setup. So how are we doing for money? We're not doing too bad. Like, I think that early duck really set us up. Benjamin, I ain't selling you shit! Get out of my store! You're barred! Sorry.
He really wants your art.
He really does, but he doesn't want to pay for it.
No.
Metaphor!
He doesn't understand the value of your art, I think.
I might sell capitalism to Maggie for $12. There we go. There you go, Maggie. It's just so deep. Benjamin ain't selling you crap. So jumping back in. So Hillo says, hi all, this drawing game looks interesting. Well, Hillo, so I have the developers of this game on the line. I've been calling it Passepartout, which I believe is an entire mispronunciation.
It's pretty close.
Oh, okay, I'll take it. But... Sorry, Ben. Yo!
Bleed per 100, bleed per 100, bonus 20. I say, good Viking, can you paint me up one of those Lucario Pokemons?
Lucario Pokemon? Is that like the Mexican wrestling Pokemon? George just wants me to do a self-portrait. Shackle, you want a Pokemon? I can do a Pokemon. I'm trying to remember what a Lucario looks like. Is that like Luchador Pikachu? Lucario is the blue and black dog. I mean, you, Shackle, you've been very kind and donated. So, feck it, why not? Let me find a photo. I'm going to look at it It says paint Sonic from the movie. I will not paint anyone's direct fears. So, what were some of the breakaway moments from this game? I guess that was the thing that I wanted to ask. What were some of the things that from creating this title you did not expect? Because it feels like this game is very... It feels very easy to say now that this game absolutely hits a certain point. It feels very easy to say that after it's already done well, but was there a point which... was this an element of this game really surprised you once you put it out into the wild? Says Will as he's Googling Lucario.
Well, like the amount of players actually playing it, because we kind of felt like initially that okay, this is gonna be a very niche game.
Okay.
Not a lot of people are gonna want to draw art, and we felt like okay, we have to brace ourselves that we might be niching ourselves a lot towards like a creative type of player who just wants to draw art and that type of thing.
Okay.
But I don't think we realized the potential of the meme game at that
The
point.
meme game is strong, and the problem is,
Yes.
I mean, with the sorry, I don't mean to say the problem is because you've already done well, but like George, let's see if we can get you up a little bit. Yeah, George, I'll sell you a shark for a month's rent.
Fantastic.
The meme game cannot be controlled.
No.
Lots of people have tried, and the memetic nature of the internet means that you can't say out and out, yeah, this is a meme game, this will sell well. Because if anyone can, then they would be making a stupid amount of money.
Yeah, it's kind of like asking something to go viral.
Oh my god, yeah, I should actually be allowed to fight people who say that in marketing meetings. Like, I want a little thing that says, you're allowed one fight a year, and that fight is specifically for people who are like, yeah, so we've got this potential. We really want a viral campaign. Like, mate, I will fight you in the face. Because if people could do that, they'd just do it.
Yeah, I'll join you in that fight. We can fight it together.
Yeah, done. Brothers in arms. Speaking of arms, check this out. People can start thinking I know what I'm doing. Spoiler, I do not. This little stick Cario here. It's got little... Maggie, you bought a dot on a page, Maggie. You can't throw shade at anyone's taste in art. Fucking Maggie, am I right? Am I right? And these little dandy spikes.
So Stealth Wolf is asking if the name of the painting will affect the price of the painting. I can actually talk about that part because that was the
Please
thing
do.
we had in the prototype actually. So depending on what name you chose, different people would dislike the painting. And it was like a super arbitrary, like our programming just like whipped out some math, like okay, if you do an A has this value and a B has this value, and it just like jumbled numbers together, and people had different preferences that didn't make any sense at all. But what we kind of found was that it was one of the most horrifying experiences ever to make a beautiful painting and then accidentally like put a bad name on it, especially if you don't know what a bad name is, and then just had people hate it because you chose a wrong name. So we decided to remove that for the full title.
Okay, so in the full title, the name doesn't affect the overall sale price, if that's okay to ask.
Yeah, it has no effect at all. I mean, we probably could have done some sort of jimbly jambly math to just increase the bid price and stuff like that, but it's still like such a weird. It's too weird a thing to measure, like what is a good name, and then you have to like take into account like, okay, if I'm a Korean typing in stuff, what does that mean? And it's like it's a mess.
How do non-English characters affect fecking this sort of thing?
Yeah, and I mean like maybe if you want to theorize, like maybe we could take a vocabulary and feed it into like some sort of deep algorithm, but like at that point we were like in the studios like okay, we just remove the name part and focus on the painting instead, which I think helped the game a lot.
There we go. That's a good Pokemon, right, friends? Oh no, he needs a little like little chest spike.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Dude, like, check that out. People are gonna be like, "Will, why aren't you doing the art for every video game?" The answer to that is, friends, I don't know. Shackle says, "That is a wonderful Lucario. Thank you. You're very welcome." I'll put that pride of place there. And yo, Thor! What, old friend? So Go Pirate Software, who's just popped into chat, that's my buddy Thor, who is also an independent developer based in the local area. And so Thor, I'm joined by Mateus on the line, who created this game as part of the Flamebait team. And we're talking about, you know, how they went indie. They had a very similar experience to yourself, which was a content creator, helped a lot with Groundswell on their first title. Lucari, bro. That Pokemans. I'm going to download that. So, yo. This game is fantastic, and we have been chatting about it. I'm trying to sell people.
Thank you.
I'm trying to sell people anime.
It's fantastic. The blue immediately remind me of the new Sonic movie.
Oh God! Like, how have they got that wrong? So it's so bad. It's so bad. And one of the things that I find really shocking about this, and this is Will getting into his work wheelhouse, is that for Sega of America's stuff, the only thing that they've really failed at in the past has been the games. Like, all the cartoon shows, the toys, the action figures, the licensing stuff around Sonic has been done really well. If you go back and watch the Sonic Boom cartoon series, it's really good. Like, it's well produced, it's funny, it's got some incredibly edgy stuff. Vince! What, old friend? How are you doing? Come on in, come on in. Spiller wants me to paint a Sonic. I think I already did one of your Spiller requests. And Isocrid wants me to draw John Egbert. You want me to draw Egbert? I'll do a feckin' Homestuck. Don't challenge me, man. I'll do a Homestuck. I also like how on this show we can dance between, like, you know, please tell me about how you set up the structure of your company and how you went from being a student to being full-time to, hey, who wants to know about Homestuck? That's one thing we do a lot here.
Fantastic. I love the variety.
Thank you, thank you. Des says, have you done the Longship already, Tiny Mech? I haven't done a Tiny Mech. And Vince was saying they totally agree. Sonic animated movie and old cartoons was amazing. Alex would like to request a Spider Clown Shark. Alex, actually, if I have a look... actually, Alex, if you bear with me a second... if I have a look in my calendar, it actually says, hell no! Not today, Satan! So Robin said, why do you want to start a company at all? I mean, if you want to make games and want to hire people, sadly that's one of the realities of. Now, what Thor wanted to ask you was that they're interested if you went for the publisher-investor route or averted that, and if they avoided it, how? Because so Thor has funded the development of his flagship product, Heartbound, by kickstarting the initial and then streaming the development of the game on Twitch and bringing in revenue streams through that. So what was your path? What was your plan? While I draw...
sure.
Isocrid's asked me for a thing, but I kind of want to draw...
So like, creating a company in Sweden and doing the funding of it, like we have to take this from like a Swedish perspective, because in the US, when you go to university or whatever, you have to take like a ton of loans, as far as I understand it. And in Sweden, first of all, university itself is free to go to, so it's a totally free type of thing. Also, you get a grant that's about, I think it's about $300 a month to attend university, and then you also can take a very beneficial loan to cover your living expenses.
George just bought our Lucari Bro Pokemon for like 266.
Oh damn!
Oh, observed. Someone has taken notice of Passepartout's activities. Ooh. Right, if you need me, I'll be drawing a homestuck. Sorry, please continue, sir. Please continue.
And like what that means is that we were able to keep ourselves afloat while doing the game, and we kind of started doing games in a good era of the games industry, because now at that point, like in 2015, Unity was free, Unreal was going free, like all the middleware and all the software costs were gone for startups. So we had all those things sorted out. There was also an incubator program close to the university that helped us with getting us a couple of computers and a small office that we could cram into. Which what that meant was, like, as long as we were studying, we didn't have to take any funding, because we were like living off student loans effectively. And there was also a part after that with people that had graduated when we hadn't released the game yet. What we did was just people working part-time and having side jobs rather than trying to find a publisher or an investor, because our initial vision for the company was that we needed and wanted to be independent, and we wanted to have full control of the game and all that goes with it. And as soon as you take in money, you start to lose control.
Yeah, I mean, Thor will absolutely agree with you on that space, that, like, you know, signing away one's IP, working with an external investor, can be a way to stave off death and can be a way to get up. But you are then signing away rights, you're signing away, you know, possible IP, and one of the strongest things that you can have in video games is a bad cat, in my opinion. And I know I'm steering this conversation in a weird direction. Please continue. I'm sorry. I'm drawing Homestucks here. We're talking about business models, and I'm drawing Homestuck. This is happening. So what Thor was saying onto your points was, so you had a lot of government-related support that helped offset the cost of development. That's really helpful. So Thor was saying our tools ended up costing us about $100 US total, and the rest of our costs were covered by crowdfunding and community. That's way cool.
Yeah, it was real cool, super cool. So like but in the long run, it wasn't like a sustainable strategy. Like we managed to keep it up for 1 year, having side jobs and doing the flame bait thing, but it's also super damaging in terms of like morale. Because you have to like run to side jobs all the time that you really don't want to go to, because you want to keep on doing the game.
Yeah.
And in some instances, if you're willing to sacrifice that creative power and autonomy, then it can sometimes be beneficial to take an investment instead. So there isn't a right or wrong way to do things in the game industry. From my perspective, at least, as long as you take investments from the right people, in a way, that's like the most important part.
No, that's. I mean, I have dealt with all of the above. I've dealt with VCs. I've dealt with publishers. Now, I am with agreement in Thor on this one, which is like the ideal situation is the one where you maintain control of your IP and do not have to worry about an external force being like, hey, so how about them rights that you gave us? Surprise, Mother Hubbard, we're calling it in. Because, you know, everyone in business promises you the feckin' world when you start.
Yes, that's so true. And I mean, you've heard a lot of like horror stories of people like, oh, we signed with this publisher, we got a decent amount of money to create the game, and once it flies, then okay, now we don't have the IP anymore, so we can't do a sequel, or well, we have to do a sequel with the same publisher. Then you kind of like you're stripped of all the autonomy of the thing you've created, and that seems like to me to be like one of the worst situations to ever get in as a creator and a company.
I don't think you'll find any debates here. One of the interesting ones, Benjamin, I ain't selling you shit. Get out of my store, Benjamin, you're barred. Yeah, you won't hear any arguments there. There was a good story in the news that articulated this one, which was an indie developer had to buy back their IP from a publisher, and it cost them like 10 mil. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But this pen is looking damn good.
It's horrendous, but thank you for lying. Okay, but I'm done with it. That's one whole Homestuck. That's Mr. Homestuck to you.
Yeah, so Stealthwolf asks about the Essen Spiel, and he spelled my name perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah. So I haven't actually heard about it. I assume it's in Essen. But yeah, I'd love to check it out. We're actually developing a new game now, of course. That's what you do as a game developer.
Yeah.
Called Forge and Fight, and you should totally check it out. It's very much different from Passepartout. It's like a post-apocalyptic gladiator weapon builder game. So you like build your own crazy weapons, and then you like duke it out in the arena.
Well,
This
was one of the things that I really wanted to compliment your team and your team's development style is that you haven't traced a singular pattern, and diversification of titles, while it can be risky, is also a great way for sustainability. Because for the new title coming from Flamebait is a group of end of the world gladiators in an arena, all swinging weapons at each other. But you craft the weapon, so you can put like 8 toasters on a flail mace, but on one side of it's a buzzsaw. I think I saw one which was like a spear, but there's like 8 shotguns stuck to the end of it or something. Like, there's some fucking great stuff on that one. Also, what, oh friend? To those of you who have just joined us, we are playing Passepartout, and we have one of the developers, one of the lead peoples over at Flamebait joining us on the line to answer your questions, talk about game development, and go for it. Olaf just says, don't touch my crayons, they can smell glue. What? Caffeine said, which game had the stake gun? I want to say Painkiller? Yeah, so this is like Painkiller if you could duct tape all the guns onto the end of a flail. And dude, feel free to link to your game and things like that in chat. Like, we're here to not only play this together as a group, but show off the things that you've done. So, yo. Icicle, so guess where this clip is going? You sending it to Mr. Hussey. Like a huss. Alright, but I need another recommendation, so yeah. And as a starving artist and independent streamer, I will absolutely be bribed with bits and money. Jaralan says Longship. Hillo says, can you draw Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy? Jaralan says, Cute little doggo. Have you already done the Longship and Tiny Mech? I don't want to do the Longship. I don't want to do it. I could do Tiny Mech though, but Tiny Mech's super easy. Alright, I'll do Tiny Mech. Tiny Mech! Because this will take me... Ooh. Mate, I'll take $500,000. I'll take $500,000 for a Homestuck. That Homestuck community, yo! They got that big money. Boring Alice says, can I bribe you an exposure? Savage. Ooh! So the world of Passepartout, has a new face in the art scene. It's started to spread across the city. Eggbook's getting me famous. Drawing that Homestuck fan art. Alright.
Wow.
Yeah.
Progressing in the art world, man.
Yeah, that's the goal. So this is actually what I'm drawing, friends. This is based on this little thing here. Tiny Mac! Which was a gift from Beadora, which I feckin' treasure.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Beadora very kindly sent a bunch of, like, embroidered badges earlier in the year for just before GDC, so I wore that on my badge. I actually showed that I showed that to one of the blokies that made MechWarrior because I'm a massive nerd. No, I'm not sorry. Although I've started too close, so this isn't going to work at all. But there we go. So I'm not actually going to have the words Tiny Mech on this, just the implication of Tiny Mech. That's fine, it's fine.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I don't understand why people pay artists now. Like, I could just do this. It's a piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
Benjamin, I hate you and I hate your existence. You can't buy my shit. I regret selling you that duck. I regret selling you that duck, Benjamin. And let's give it some kind of some grey. Actually, we can go for the. I'm give it like a rust kind of spray paint. This could be real cool. Yeah. Look at that battle damage. Totally doesn't look like I've just MS painted this up. Yeah. Once again, I don't understand why people say art is hard. Look, I'm just belting it out, and I'm pretty sure Shay's going to punch me in the arm next time I see them. Secret Robin says, because you're the first one, there isn't a Homestuck yet. You're becoming hussy. That is a movie plot. I don't know if you've seen, Mateus. They are releasing a movie about the only guy in the world who knows the Beatles. I could do the same thing with Homestuck. Okay, so jumping back in. Camille says, draw the concept of wafflemancy. I mean, it's an unfinished painting, isn't it? Because I talk at infinitum. I lost my train of thought there, Mateus. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. So, if you don't mind my asking, in terms of like things that resulted in like direct correlation of sales, what was one of the things that stood out for you the most throughout, you know, from launch and post-launch? What was the one thing you would say that sealed this title as a successful game? If you wouldn't mind my asking, because I know
yeah, sure. I'd love to share. I'd love to share. So I think a lot of our success is again due to specifically Jacksepticeye, and that's because when we initially launched our game, we had actually quite a semi-slow start.
Okay.
Which meant like, okay, because in how Steam works right now in terms of selling games, it's that you have to please the algorithms, because they are the ones that feature you, not humans, which means that you like have certain metrics you kind of need to fulfill, and part of that is like close to launch, you need to have a good amount of traffic, you need to have a good amount of people buying the game from that traffic and stuff like that, and once you succeed with that, then they will give you more traffic, which is like this snowballing kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we were actually like trending down, and then Jacksepticeye picked up our game, I think it was like 3 days or 4 days after launch, and then that conversion rate was insane from his fans, and then it just started to skyrocket. And when he played it, more influencers saw it, and then it just was like a snowballing type of effect, which was like super cool to see. It like even ended up with like, I think even PewDiePie played it twice and stuff like that, which was like unreal. So that's like very cool. So I think we have a lot to owe to Jacksepticeye, and that's kind of also why we love influencers so much. We
Not
kind of
those guys. They're the worst.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of feel like as indie developers, you have like a very nice mutual relationship with influencers. Like influencers need cool content, a lot of games to make content out of, and indie developers need people that make content so they can get their game out. And that's why we kind of try to create our game with the influencer in mind as well. Like, how is the streamability of a game? How can we help them create more entertaining content? Because like a game today is not only played, it's also watched, and that means like when you design the game, you also have to have that in account. And I don't, because like previously we've seen that been taken from like a very like meme edgelord type of perspective, and we strongly do not believe in that type of thing, like trying to make some sort of edgy joke that gets viral and stuff like that, but just like thinking of like, okay, how is this game to let's play, how can we make their lives like your life easier, like and this Passepartout has like made with that in mind, like how can we allow a streamer to play it to show their own artist story, and do their own thing with it, which is like why a lot of the narrative isn't spoken.
Yeah.
Like it's a very minimalistic framework of a narrative. They just like give you some sort of clues, and then you have to fill in the gaps, which is what we believe that the influencers kind of wanted, like to fill in the gaps, make that interesting, build characters out of the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's my long rant on that.
No, it's excellent, and it's lovely to hear, because it was interesting because we saw this massive explosion around emergent narrative games when DayZ basically broke not only like a lot of games industry traditional thinking, but a lot of games media traditional thinking. But what's been interesting is we saw an emulation of DayZ's survival elements, but almost moving more and more away from the emergent elements that added. This is our story. Yes, this is a title in which we are trying to make money, make art, move up, continue. Like, we're trying to struggle painting to painting. But what we draw, what we create together is ours. That is our emergent little narrative. Like, Isocrid says, to Dreamer saying, it's time for Anime 3. We've already got a long-running series of paintings. Though I am going to take Stealth Wolf's recommendation and draw a potato next, because I want to. But that's because I am being Crumbum, and it is my show, and I'm allowed. How are you doing? Because I'm a potato. Let's go for it.
So just a heads up, I'll probably have to scoot away in about 10 minutes because it's getting quite late here in Sweden.
No worries. Friends, now is the time. If you've got questions for our dear guest, like, do not hesitate, do not delay. Now's the time to throw them in, yo. So, ask away.
So Beador is asking if we have thought about using Twitch interactivity features in any future game, and we did that with Verlet Swing.
Indeed.
Our second game.
Now, if I remember correctly, when we tried it, it either wasn't ready or it was on the way.
Oh, I think it wasn't ready at that point because it was kind of like one of the last features we made, and I don't think it was quite ready. But it's live and ready right now, so you can try it out. And what we did with that game was basically just allowing the chat to vote on stupid manipulations in the game, like reversing the gravity, making it rain meatballs, and stuff like that.
Yo! Okay, Steve's becoming our new best friend because Steve wants to buy Tiny Mech for $500,000. And maybe Steve wants to buy it for larger, and I fecked up because I wasn't paying attention. But we just sold Tiny Mech, so I'm happy with that.
And Stealth Wolf asks about the share upload pictures on the Switch. We wanted to have the same type of saving your paintings for the Switch, but they do not allow you to save images in that way. So like when you save the game from the PC game or the mobile game, you get like just the painting you made, but the Switch doesn't allow for that. So the only thing you can do is to take a screenshot of it, unfortunately. But we tried to make it, but when Nintendo doesn't want it to work, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, if Nintendo says no, there is very, very little, unfortunately, that you can do. Which is sad, but...
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this name, but Dorchadas game with
Dorchis is a very good friend, and I still can't say their username, so do not worry.
So he asks, or they ask, if all of the paintings I've seen created in this game, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would I rate you, Will? Oh wow, this tough one. It's like definitely like 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like there's room for improvement. I don't want to.
Wait. When you say 9.5, do you mean like a Eurogamer 9.5, like an IGN 9.5?
Oh no! Yeah. An IGN scale shifts the whole thing because it starts at 6, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining about traditional games media. What are you talking about? Yeah, everybody reset the clock since Will's complained about games media.
Oh, I was supposedly not to feed your ego, so I might have goofed.
How are you?
Oh!
Because I'm a potato.
You beat me to the quote! I just got a $3 donation from GLaDOS. How are you doing? Because I'm a potato. Oh. Well, I've been rumbled there. Yes, friends, I am drawing Potato GLaDOS. No, I'm not sorry. So just get some sketching on the potato bits there, and then some kind of
potato. Oh, amazing.
Bleed Purple 100, Bleed Purple 100 bonus 20. I literally do not have the energy to not cheer.
Shackle, thank you! And I do love that whole scene of just being like, if I get too stressed out, I run out of power. I need to do some little cables and wires, and then I'm done with this one. Oh no, wrong colour. So yes, friends, we've only got Mateus for a couple more minutes. So if you've got any questions, now's the time to bang them out. Again, do not hesitate, do not delay.
Yeah.
Oh, how much does he want for that? Benjamin, I'm not selling you shit! Why are you still here? The only reason you're even allowed is because the police won't ban you from this place.
A lot of people actually requested a feature to allow you to kick people out of your art gallery.
I would be down for that one. But, you know, it can't be... Well, it shouldn't be elitist with art. It's one of the worst traits of it. I'm getting so sloppy. Like, I'm suffering success. Like, as an artist, I'm doing well. So now I'm not putting in the same effort. Like, people are going to think that I've sold out.
Yeah.
So yes, dear friends, if you have any more questions for our lovely, lovely guest, now's the time to belt him out. Don't hesitate. I've known for a while that this was going to be a game that we were really going to enjoy playing together as a group. So it is one that I've been saving, and I do want to say, Mateus, before you go, to say again, thank you so much for coming on down. Cause,
thank you.
Like,
it's been a pleasure.
This game is something special, and while the mimetic nature of it definitely contributes to that, like you hit upon a very creative space here, and it's very easy. As a standalone player, I can see this absolutely drawing me in. And I don't know if everyone watching has noticed that I've basically been allowing you to just hard cover for me while I've been faffing about with drawings.
Yeah, it's been a great experience for me trying to learn how to be a Twitch streamer. So,
I mean, my first advice would be don't. No. It's a learned skill. I mean, I had the advantage that I did this for companies before doing this for myself. So this was a trained skill.
Yeah.
Potate. Save it. I'm actually doing some good arts here. I don't know if we've seen any other questions coming through. So this is a lovely little point. And I'm going to keep playing this game for a good while. So those of you that are in for Will Draws Dumb Stuff, you're all down. So Mateus, if you do need to make a move, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you for coming on the show. I apologise for it being incredibly chaotic today. More so than usual. But, yo, thank you, dude. And I hope we get to have you back on again, yo.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, eventually, when Fortune Fighter is a bit more ready, we can get back and do a little bit of that stuff. That'd be great.
But dude, I would love to show it to people, and I would love to have a chat.
Yeah, that'd be great. And thank you to the chat for all the cool questions and being so supportive and loving.
Well, I am exceptionally proud of the wonderful group of cool kids we have here. So, dude, again, thank you so much. All right. So go do your thing, because we both know I will talk until the end of time.
Yeah. Good night, all people. Or well, good day. I guess it's day where you are.
Time travel is weird.
See you around. Bye now.
Again.
Take care.
So I don't think I'm going to have much... we can turn the music up again. I don't think I'm going to have much argument on whether or not we should be playing more of this. So just bear with me just a second. Sorry about that one. Alright, and we're back. So once again, thank you, Mateus, for being an exceptional guest. And it's lovely to have these conversations with teams that have done it, because especially of late, there've been a lot of horror stories, there've been a lot of bad stories this year of small teams striking out, small teams careening, small teams having a bad time, and I want to celebrate those people who rolled the dice, who took a risk, who went out and did the thing, and are now doing it. Like, Mateus and the rest of the Flamebait team. To my understanding, they've released at least 2 titles, and they produced these titles in like 8 months. 8 months it took. I mean, with post-launch support and, you know, getting it onto other titles and things like that, but yo, this is absolutely something that should be celebrated. And I know one of the things that Mateus was saying that we should absolutely take into consideration is that this struck lucky. Like, Jacksepticeye found it, he supported it, and he threw it forward. It is interesting that I'm hearing Jack's name more so than a lot of other content creators in terms of this person took this game, found it, and helped elevate it. So, I've not met Jack. He doesn't tend to frequent games industry circles that I'm in. But if I ever get the chance to meet him, yo, you better believe I'm buying him a pint. You better believe. So yeah. But I am going to need next thing to draw. So, Steve said my potato is lame. Steve, you can go feck yourself sideways in a bin bag. And I'm absolutely easily bribable. I do want to say though, Sakarev, Spooky Rose, Spiller, everyone who's been donating today, you've been going like above and fecking beyond the call. And so I hope you do not think that my requests for money for art are anything other than ridiculous, okay? Dorcha says, the day the Woms took Seattle. Wayward says, draw your D&D character. Caffeine says, wait, have you done a longship yet? Oh, Alex says, draw the BRB needs tea. Oh, it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Oh, also, friends, so today, I'm going to be taking a break in a second. Today, we're going to be testing out some stuff. We are going to be testing out the Mosh Pit Simulator, and we are going to be trying to see if, hang on, if I bring this back up and bring this down so you don't get deafened. Ah, no, I was wrong. No, that smashed my ears. That was my ears getting smashed. I hope that wasn't too loud for you lot. There we go. So, Camille and I were working on a thing whereby we can lay up a bunch of King of the Pit tests. So I can go get a cup of coffee, and King of the Pit will doll out a bunch of Steam keys while I'm getting set. So yo. Oh, Lizzie, I have eaten. Thank you. Also, I'm going to take a little moment on this one, saying, Lizzie, I do want to say thank you this week for keeping on my case for eating and looking after myself. I was very stressed earlier in the week, and I was overly grumpy, especially on Tuesday. I do apologise for that. So yeah. Stealthwood says, has my potato sold yet? Not yet. So Icecure says, wait, you can automate King of the Pit? Possibly. Possibly. Camille and I were looking at how it distributes keys. So what I'm going to do is, I tell you what, actually, how about we call a tea break now? How about we call a tea break now, dear friends, before we return to the art world? Because art without caffeination is, you know, is a sad and hollow existence. Wait, so we're going to pause that for just a second. So we'll bring it back over here. So I'm going to go get myself a cup of tea in just a second. So we bring it back to the pit. Come on. Kaiser Squid says, art without caffeine is... Right, so this is King of the Pit and its setup. So friendos, if you've not been in for this one, this is a treat. Basically, this is like a little Twitch game you can all play where when the Longship bot asks you, Longship bot will say, are you ready? And all you have to do is type exclamation and then dance to join. Now, what we can do under additional settings here, place your line, separated keys here you want, line separated. So we're going to be like, you are the first best winner. Congrats, winner 2. Go, go, yo, what up, winner 3? And how about them, winner 4? Now, in theory, friends, the person who wins the first match, the second match, and the third match should receive different messages. If this works, we can do key giveaways while I'm getting tea, because the amount of people that have donated Steam keys specifically for Longship Day that we didn't get a chance to give out because caffeine broke me. We have quite a few, and it would be awesome to belt that out. Dorcas says, make sure the screen is not when you put them in. Yeah. Otherwise, it'll be like a screen cap speed run, which would be kind of funny. Caffeine says, still not sorry! Mate, I was sitting down with some very po-faced people who were trying to get me to explain what fecking... Sorry. I was trying to get me to explain what Twitch streaming was to these very, very po-faced business people. And when I was like, yeah, somebody did like a gold bit drop. And they're like, sorry, what? Having to explain that was fun. Because watching their face go through a range of emotions and then suddenly being like, oh, this is real. This isn't just a strange homeless Viking looking for a desk to sleep under. Not actually homeless. Not actually homeless. I just have that air about me sometimes. Right, so, I'm ready to try this. So, friends, Icequid said, I DM'd you a couple of Twitch keys on Humble I had already. I believe so, Icequid. But there's been a lot going on at the moment. So, friends, that should be the list. So, first winner, second winner, third winner, winner 4. You should get those from Longshipbot, depending on winning. So, I need you all to jump in the pit and test this out for me, okay? Also, the other thing, later on today, Novalis has sent me a clean version of the Longship coat of arms. So we're going to be releasing our very first bit of merch later on today, and you're all going to be there with me, so yo. So as Camille's saying, so while I'm getting tea, I need the winners to tell us if it works right. That is what we're doing. So, ladies, gentlemen, and individuals of all persuasions, let's get into the pit. Please be Ragtime Mosh. Please be Ragtime Mosh first. Come on. No, it's just a regular mosh. Okay, friends. I'm going to go get a cuppa. I'll be back with you all in just a second. So, don't go anywhere, friends. Don't go anywhere. I'm double fisting today. Wink. Okay, I'll be back with you all, friends, in just a second, alright? Oh, I need some more water as well. Oh, I'm not thirsty. And then we're going to do some more art.
Fighting many elements here.
Alrighty, friends, how's it going? Did it work? Did it do the thing? What did we see? What did we see? This reminds me of the old manga entertainment reel. Sorry, I was having a moment there. Actually, that was just for me. Oh, it's violence! It's right, violence! Okay, so Alex says it seems to work. Cool. Longship said, Longship bot, you are the best. You are the first best winner. Cool. All right, friends. So next time I'm gonna take a break. Like, yo, we can set it up. We should not beat the bloody heck out of each other. Oh, the violence is strong. Oh, Alex versus Isocrid. Feels like Alex is stalking Isocrid around the arena. Oh! Damn! Isocrid, what's going down? Alright. So look, thank you all for participating in that. It seemed like that worked really, really well. So hells yeah. Damn, that music's quite loud. There we go. So Biodora says, I am heading to sleeps. Draw Anime 3. The Revenge of the Weebs. Alex says, I'm still on a lost streak. Aww. Well, it'll change. It'll change. Numbers! What, oh friend? Who wants to see me draw some terrible art? Crap, what are we... Oh, so Beodora was heading out, but Beodora was requesting... What was it? Anime 3. Oh, that pro tag's gonna haunt me for the rest of the day, aren't they? And Captain Steph, what, oh friends? So to those of you who have just joined us, we're playing Passepartout, the Starving Artist. Now, earlier on in the day we had Mateus from Flamebait Games, who was part of the team that worked on that. And I believe is one of the original founders. And we were chatting a lot about how this game spun forward, how this game went from like student conception to company to release, and a lot of their thoughts and philosophies. So yeah, it's a really, really interesting game. I love the art style, I love the setup, and I am absolutely down to draw a whole bunch more silly stuff. So I will be taking recommendations. Please paint a single anime tier. All right, so anime 3, but with more tiers. All right, I get it. Okay, so let's actually anime 3 is gonna be no. Oh, I've got an idea. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, but the character moves in time with my movements.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
Yo, Pun
All
Spectre!
systems nominal.
What, oh friend? How you doing, yo? How you doing? Benjamin, you need to get out of my house. You need to get out, Benjamin. Benjamin, I don't think you understand. You're not welcome in this house. All right, so we're gonna go for and Benjamin, no. Yeah. And it may. Three. There we go. And then we'll draw the character over Because that's how feckin' cool we are, friends. Benjamin, you know you're banned, right? It's alright, I've got an idea. It's fine, I can recover this. It's fine, see? Look how good that is. Look how good that is. I don't even understand how anyone puts up with how good I am at drawing. And we'll just go for an extreme close-up of the top of our character's head. Those big spiky hair, which is now deflated. For you see, he has been defeated in anime card battles too long. His hair grows thin and disappointing. Except for that the front bit, obviously. Benjamin, I swear I will light you on fire. You will smell like toast. You will smell like toast and burnt berry. Though I will say that the process of drawing art does not leave one a lot of time for banterificness. Benjamin, I already told you couldn't buy it. You can't slag off my work because I told you no. And they'd be like, oh, why doesn't he sell me my art? Why does he sell me art? It's because you shit talking me, Benjamin. Shit talking me. Oh, no, Benjamin, I'm not letting you in. You're a bad word. You're bad and you should feel bad, Benjamin. Joe Atkinson, Des says, does it help you at all to paint breaking news items like the Eiffel Tower? I don't believe it does. We were talking to the developer earlier, who was flying overhead. We were talking to the developer earlier, and one of the things they said is that initially they had a system whereby they let the titles would affect people, people's purchasing habits, and they realized that it feckin' killed localization and made it way too difficult. And so they moved around. Over to something that was a little bit more. What's the term? They moved away from having the title affect the price point to this system here, where it's based on the particular likes of the character. But they wouldn't tell us the systems because they felt that, like, once you know the system of this game, you can kind of game it. Whereas at the moment, like, it's I'm just fecking bad wording this up, aren't I? Benjamin, I'm not selling you crap. I got money to last me for ages. Cleaning up those lines. I don't know if you all know this, but anime is real. Anime is real. But why is only Benjamin trying to buy my shit? Benjamin, get out. Get out, or I'm calling whatever the French equivalent of police is. Le Fuzz or whatever. Hey, look at that, Anime 3. Boof. Nailed. Anime 3. This time it's weebs. So Dezu saying, were you not told? It's all about the Benjamins. So help me, Dezu, so help me. Social media replacing painting. Social media says no. Okay. Oh, and how are we doing for bills? Yeah, wine, baguettes, and rent cost us $80. We got 1,000. Neoshido says, can you draw a drunk ninja? It's just gonna look like a ninja, so yes. And remember, ninjas can't catch you if you're on fire. Captain Steph says, can you draw a friendo? Oh, I can try. So let's get a nice... So we'll do grey background with that kind of Hollow Knight. Give us a little bit of speckling on the background. And then... Shut up, Synth. No one likes you. Sorry. What is it about being an artist that's making me incredibly mean? I don't know. And then body out like that. And then body out like that. And then we got this. We got this. Little hand, a little chubby hand. And then another little hand, little chubby hand. There we go. Oh, the guy who spent inordinate amounts of money on our art now doesn't think our art is worth it. It's like, whatever, mate. There we go. Piece o' cake, cup o' tea, fish o' chips. Look at this MS Paint joy. So jumping back into chat. Oh. Sparkle says, I love the little guy doing the crazy paint in the background, right? Especially when you flail around, he's like... Baal says, you're so mean to Benjamin, he just wants to admire you. He was mean about my duck, and I never forgot it. Catberry says, I know that feel. Robin's like, financial hardship, that's what making you mean. It didn't make me mean the real. Dashkill says, you must be careful, Will. You don't make a transition from starving artist to pretentious wanker. Some people don't understand my art, Dashkill. You don't understand. Also, Catberry, if I didn't say it earlier, what? Oh, and welcome! Sadly, you missed the developers of this game. They were on earlier, being cool kids. Well, cool kid, but yeah. Dash is like, too late. I should have suspected. Dash, the signs were all there. Oh, and Catberry was there, it was lurking. Oh, way cool. Now, I believe this title is made in professional Unity, so that's definitely relevant to your interests. And Catberry was there the whole time? My god. Metal Gear. Alright. Alright, and then... The artsy part, see, the thing is, I've got the friendo thing right there, so it's real easy for me to work it all out. See? Piece of cake. I don't know why everyone says drawing so hard. It's easy. Bills are coming. Bill's here. Got bills. This is almost the worst friendo I think anyone's ever drawn. Go me. You know, if you can't be good, be memorable, right? And then need a little heart. Maggie, you literally bought a single dot on a canvas for now. Like, you do not get to throw stones at anyone. There we go. Check that out. Everyone's just... Fredo! Download. We'll send that to the Artsy Po. See what they think. Alright, so now I'm just going to wait for people to buy my stuff.
Bleed per 500 bonus 50 friendo.
Dashkill, thank you! Marshall says, if you think this is bad, you should take a look at my sketchbook when I was starting with Hollow Knight drawings. And I didn't draw with a mouse there. I mean, I'm probably better with a mouse than I am with my hand, you know what I'm saying? If I can, I know what's going to happen. Benjamin's going to come by and buy everything. Bad word. But Dashkal, thank you. Thank you for using the bleed purple, and thank you for the 500 bits. You all have been exceptionally generous today, and I want to say a huge thank you for that, yo. So the question is, what are we drawing next, friends? Bal says, sell something to Benjamin. You might go away then. Yeah, I guess so. Or I could draw some more Homestuck. Yeah, Dash, I'm with you. Feck off, George. It's incredibly well crafted. Show slam. Captain Steph says, what is the bleed purple thing? Well, so at the moment, if you decide to throw bits at my stupid face, which, as you all know, we are entirely funded by all the lovely folks in chat throwing bits. If you decide to use the bleed purple thing when giving bits to my stupid self, Twitch will basically put 10% free on top. So Sakarev, Spooky Rose, everyone who was going like above and beyond this morning was doing bleed purple as well. So everything that everyone gave today, Twitch is just going to put 10% on top of it. And that does add up, friends. It really does. So... There we go. Piece of cake. Man, I don't know what all those artists are complaining about. This is super easy. You just bang these out. Jobs are good at them. Everyone's giving me crap. Mr. Marston. This is not my best work, I will grant you. Maybe I'm not cowboy material. Benjamin's the only one who wants to sign off our staff. Red Dead bloke. Alright, Benjamin, I'll sell you a friendo for 120. There we go, Red Dead bloke. Red Dead recolor. Red Dead bloke. And our team ground for hours and hours to make Red Dead bloke a success. Far more than anyone ever should. We're making decent bank here, friends.
Reactor online. Sensors
Hey,
online.
piece
Weapons
of
online. All
XP!
systems nominal.
What, oh friends?
Higher.
And hi back to you, PC XP. That's 6-month combo, yo! They're that cool little 6-month badge. Teal looks real good on you. Next one's the black background with the gold bow. Oh, I need to move that over. Alex says you need to sell out in advance, but I don't wanna. Oh my god. Mateus just sent us a big thank you as well for having him on the show. Mateus is obviously incredibly welcome. I'm just saying a thank you back to you, just saying you're entirely welcome. And thank you again for putting up with me. Alright, let us continue. Yeah, brown alive rejuvenation. Oh, reinvention. Synth, you might not like the colours, but I don't like your face. So... true art isn't based on skill. I love it. Haggle 'em up. No. Alex Overy, was that voice from Big Mouth? It was not. It was not. George doesn't like the colour. Well, George can go stuff himself into a bin sideways. George, go fetch yourself! You can tell the T's kicking in, can't you? Oh, so, how are you all doing, friends? So, one of the things is I actually haven't had a chance to check the hot sheets today. So, I have no idea what's going on in the games industry. I have no idea what's going down and what is happening. But, yo, it's... I'm sure the games industry is not on fire in any way, shape or form. Steve, mate, you've spent more or less. Camsa says draw sunflowers. That's traditional. Oh, I've got an idea. I can start chaining up the next painting. Actually, no, I want that first. Why is it Benjamin wants to buy everything? Fine, Benjamin, I'll sell you Red Dead bloke. Wasn't that taken on it anyway? Don't worry, friends, I've got an idea. Shut up. Jumping back into chat. George does have coin though, and there is a commentary to be had there, friends, about the nature of art and artistry. Look, Steve, you come by every day. Steve, George, mate, you come by every day and look at the same piece of art and whinge in exactly the same manner, and I'm just like, what are you doing here? What you doing? What you doing? Then... What do you mean I ruined it? Absolutely, totally ruined it there. Then... I don't know if I can sneak it in, but I'm going to try. And here we have a painting of the sun. There we go. It's the sun. How's that? It's a beautiful landscape painting of the sun. And I used the wrong colour there because I'm a feckin' idiot. Good work, Will. Good work. See? Piece of cake. Praise it! Praise it! The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. 420. Praise. Praise it. There we go, Navalis. Thank you. Now just to wait for Benjamin to buy everything. So far, I think you can all see the general crux of this game is kind of like a punt out art at a reasonable manner. Anime 3, this time it's weebs. So at this stage, we need to just wait for basically Benjamin to buy everything. So this is a good point. Yeah, we still haven't sold Anime 2. Like, a lot of people didn't dig the OVA sequels. And Steve didn't praise his son. He must be dealt with. We'll have him handled. We'll have him handled. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But honestly, we can afford to just, like, sit, chill and ill here for a while. But I think the things that I want to praise about this is that the mechanics and execution of this game are very simple, but it presents us with a very, very easy premise, and it presents us with something that, as a group, we can do together. So you know what I'm saying? Like, as a group, all of us, we can look at this, understand... Oh, though it's doing the thing where it pauses. Sorry. As a group, we can, you know, we can impose our own memes, our own ridiculousness. We can impose our own narrative on this. I mean, the anime series is now our own emergent narrative game, which is fascinating. George says Steve doesn't praise. Oh yeah, I like the idea of a mafia composed entirely of starving artists. Hashtag what is Portland? Oh, come on, Benjamin. You know you've got more money than taste. Oh, Alex says, I'm pretty sure you have to sell at least one to each person to get the attention of the critic. So I guess what I should be doing is paying attention to what people say colours-wise. George, how can you not like the colours? Every colour is in there. Breaking news, a TV drama about a horse actor receives generally favourable reviews. George says, I want to see more focus on the craft. Well, George, I don't want to slam a baked potato into your urethra, but neither of us are going to get what we want today. Marshall says, how are we on money? Do you mean the long ship or here? Because here, we're doing great. We got money for days. Next art is horse art. Well, we already had horse art. We had Red Dead Bloke. Maggie's like, you made a painting, mate. You did, mate. Oh. We're gonna have to retire one of these because no one's buying. We got time, but yo. Oh yeah, so friendos, as things go, we have a lot of stuff that we can tear into today. Alex says Steve likes muted colours. All right. Where's the energy, mate? It's so bland. It's an anime character crying. What are you talking about, Maggie? I'm just getting insulted now. Marshall Rivera says, yeah, no, okay, I'm not going to throw myself into another rabbit hole. Yeah, apparently nobody likes pink. We could retire the potato. No one wanted to buy a potato. It's my fault for not selling everything to Benjamin immediately. So friends, there are loads of stuff that we've got to tear into today. I'm not saying we're going to call time on this game right now. But what's worth saying is that if we want to take a breather and belt out some merch later on, we can, which might be mildly less exciting than what we've got going down. But I am really looking forward to that one, and Navalis has sent me a really nice high quality setup. Oh, Jaralan, if I didn't say it already, welcome back, friend. I had what is described as a kebab, but in all honesty was not. Alright, Potato, you gotta go. Spiller says I'm playing Game Dev Tycoon. I just released a game that got scores of 3, 2, 3, and 1. Oh! How are you doing? Because I'm a potato. Alright, so everyone has complained about Union Jack T and anime. Alright, so someone wanted muted colors, right? So let's go for... muted colors. The show. Oh, check it out, Neapolitan. That did not work. It did not work. You can probably see where my idea was there. Rabbit in a snowstorm. Little Daredevil reference there for you all. Alex is like, there, sell that. That looks pretty muted. It does. It does. And this piece will be called Get in the Bin. George, you turgid D. There we go. Let's see if we'll buy that. What do you mean that fella has no energy? He has the heart of the cards, you shite. This game's turned into Will Heckle's Art Critics, the game. Jaralan, I'm pretty sure I banned Sexy Talk in chat because Jaralan's saying they had hot turkey, bacon, Swiss rye bread. Russian dressing was the bomb. Oh. So there's a place down in Pioneer Square that does air quotes kebabs. They're not kebabs. They're not kebabs, but they're delicious. And it's like, you know, slow cooked meat in this big ass fluffy bread. And it's so good. Jaralan says the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. If I had a copy paste tool, absolutely. Absolutely. I might have to retire the sun, which is criminal. I'm just going to start writing the sun, the sun, the sun while we're at it. Actually, let's do... Oh, go away. I feel bad now that I was mean to Benjamin at the beginning. Because he bought all the things. I don't know how people do art streams. How does one draw and say words with their human face? I will... my artwork gets more and more ridiculous as we continue ever onwards. I can't spell. Check that out. Look, it all fits in. There we go. Oh, we need someone to buy something. Does it stay? Oh, it does. One of these artists got to go, but which one? Dorcas says I leave you for 5 minutes. You start scrolling words on a canvas. What is going on? You just wouldn't understand the nature of my art. You just wouldn't understand. Maybe we should get rid of get in the bin, George, you turgid D. Because it's not. The sun is way better. There we go. Yes! Just first offer. Fine. Fine, Benjis, I'll sell you the feckin' coffee. Yes. Holy crud! I'll take it. First offer. Boof! I'm gonna stop saying mean things about Benjamin because he's basically Hipster Shop says we've decided you're becoming popular. Expect no more money from us. What? Wait! So now I need to sell the punk something. Let's see if that works. Punk. Alright, so what do we know? We know they don't like pink. The colours were too crazy. Of course George wants to bloody buy it. Yeah, I'll sell it you, George. You ass. I spent ages carefully crafting the anime posters and no one wants them. Okay, help me out here, friends. Jaron says, George just wants to be young again. Live vicariously through his youth. My inspiration has dried up. My muse is gone. Navala says, super hot, super hot, super hot. I'll do that. Super hot. Who is that? Are we still getting haunted by this bloody spooky ghost? Like, I know no one else is worried about this. We are legit being haunted these days. No one else is worried. Super hot. Alright, confession time. I love the game Super Hot. I hate the bit where the guy says super hot. Boom. Confession. There we go. I'm being all kinds of honest here. It's done. Des says, alright, I gotta head out. Thanks for being the top-notch art. You're entirely welcome, friend. You are entirely welcome. And it's lovely to see you, yo. What do you want to buy? Like, what do you want to believe someone just buys that off the feckin' rack? Ooh! The critic to Anime 3 says, I see. Yo! Okay. The Daily Bagel. Art as a Bridge. Anime 3. This time it's Weebs by Passepartout. It was only recently that I heard of Passepartout, a quirky young artist with a passion for mind and soul. As I walked down the crime-stricken alley, I embraced the air of possibility before being entranced by a piece on the table. From a distance, I was struck with the craftsmanship. As I approached the piece, the silence was deafening, and as I came closer, it ushered in a sense of mirth. Upon closer inspection, the intriguing details of orange contrasted by profound golden reminded me of my home. The use of yellow must have its roots in some dramatic accent in Passepartout's own life, possibly in fire. In all in all, Anime 3, this time is Weebs. is a good effort. Passepartout has a lot of potential, and I can certainly recommend readers visit Passepartout in the future. Master the craft. Woo! We did it good! Shackle says, oh, I think I burnt myself on that hot take. Oh, we could do a gnome painting. Oh, we've unlocked a new tool as well. Check it out, we've got a little studio. Dorsey says the fire was actually the searing pain of him breaking his hand. Oh, okay. So what's our cost of living now? Oh, bloody hell. Alright, so our cost of living is now... Are we in the positive? Wait. Alright, so there doesn't seem to be anything new. Alright, so we've got 3 fine pieces. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. Alright, we're doing this. We're doing this. Right. Alright, we're doing this. You all didn't think it was happening. It's happening. It's on. Like Monsieur Kong, which is French for Donkey Kong. God, you can tell I didn't design this. Feckin' Banner is a miracle worker, and I don't know if I've linked their Twitter and chat, but I really need to. I really need to. Hashtag not a cult. Seriously, it's not a cult. Look, and I'm going to prove it to you. With words. And if it's written on the internet, that means it's true. Not a cult. It's not a cult. See? Check it out. Hashtag not a cult. It is absolutely not a cult. Sharpen up those. Sharpen up that longship dragon. Actually, I hate it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? That's feckin' awful. Well, that's bad and you should feel bad. Oh, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. I'm starting good. I made it worse. Oh god. Why is Will allowed in charge? This is a terrible idea. This is terrible. There we go. Less terrible. It's still terrible, isn't it? Alright. It's not a...
Hashtag Sushackled is demanded now.
No! It's not a cult. Look, I can prove it. Camille, thank you for the $5. That's sincerely appreciated. Don says it's too complex for me. Get fucked, Don! Sorry. Sorry. Forgive my cussing. Alright, alright. Okay, good idea. Such a cult, totally a cult, just cult things. Okay, hashtag such a cult. It's coming. Elizabeth says I despise your colours. Elizabeth, you're wearing a pompadour and it is 2019. Get out of my shop. Ooh, that's real cool. Oh, that's not what I was actually going for. Dashkill Bleed Purple, such a cult. Mary wants to give us that for not a cult. Mary, no. I don't feel like selling you that right now. Sorry! Oh, that smooth line! Oh, kind of feels like looking at something in 3D. Yo, that line is so smooth. Yes! And as requested, I'll be doing such a cult. Guys, it's gonna be the end of me, but... Look at these gorgeous lines. Honestly, I don't know why anyone would get into art having seen me. I am like the grandmasters of old. Don, I got an idea. What if you took whatever it is in your hands, turned it sideways, and stuffed it inside of yourself? Have you considered that? Have you considered that? Mary still wants to buy it. No. What colour for such a cult? Go orange and yellow. God darn it. Caffeine was like, that's $500. Where? Because I'm an artist. And Ice Cream says, you're finally drawing Carcat. It'll happen, it'll happen. So what was it? Here it is. Hashtag... U-C-H. Such a U-L-T. God, I hate you guys. You know I love you lot. Hey Don, there's a Chuck E. Cheese across the street. You consider going over there and offering your art criticism to them, because I'm sure they would appreciate it. Whereas I think you can go stuff yourself in a Denny's. You guys are the worst. I love you all. Still not a cult. I'm rebelling. Alright, so, friendos, requests. Of course, Don wants to buy such a cult. I'll sell him. There you go, Don. If you'd like to buy such a cult, you're welcome. Now get the fuck out of my store, Don! Gerald answered Bonnie, and Mary really wants to buy not a cult. Alright, I'll give it you. Clank says, Art Will is grumpy. That's the art world. No one understands my genius. No one understands my brilliance. And I just told, oh look, it's not a cult. And Camille again. And everybody today, thank you for throwing bits in my face, for listening to me rant, for hanging out. DG Seahorse says, have you drawn a kitty yet? I have. Geraldine would like me to draw a bunny. I've got to remember how to do that, but yes. And this will be a pink bunny. Because I can. Don't judge me. It's actually starting to look like feckin' the fry cook from feckin'. Actually, I'm gonna bring that up. It's starting to look like the fry cook from Undertale. Burger Pants. It's starting to look like Burger Pants. Pants has a huge mouth. This is what you get. You ask for the rabbit, you get the burger pants. I amuse myself. I don't know if I've ever made that. I don't know if I've ever made that clear. Oh, why do you not part with me again? I do not know. Seriously though, you literally, you're all enabling me. You have nothing to blame. You have no one to blame. Should probably give him a little hat in a second. Sup, Burger Pants? When's Deltarune coming out? Other than not soon enough? Does anyone know? This music's way too chill and melancholy for the ridiculousness we got going on here, you know what I'm saying? Oh, tiny hat. You need to give it a tiny hat! Tiny hat! Oh, thank you. That smoke is surprisingly good. And then let's give him a little. Let's give him a little bow tie because he is working after all. know, it's a formal. He's got up in the world, you know. Also, well done, Burger Pants. Though we are pointing out that he's wearing a bow tie and no shirt, which means that he's technically topless. But that's a detail for another. That's a detail for another day. Bunny Muck Burger Pants. There we go. Getting real proud of this. How are we doing for bills? Oh, okay. Now we're costing a bunch of money. But it's alright. We're spending less than we're making. Alex is. Wait, did I spell that Bugger Pants? Jared says, is his shirt made of flesh? Or is he made of shirt? He smokes, for he does not know. Alright, I need some inspiration here, friendos.
Blah, 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 blah.
Piss off, Dom. I don't like you. We've already done cats! Shackle says Baron from Hellbound? No. Oh, Moose says Tiny Gnome. Tiny Gnome we can do. Maybe. Can I do Tiny Gnome? Actually, I don't think I can do Tiny Gnome. I'm no artist! I don't know what I'm doing! Sorry says, Rainbow Skyline with spray paint and no writing on it. That I can do, friend. That I can do. So I need to turn that. Let's get it back to... George, you can feck off. George, how do you even find my shop? Nobody likes you, George. I don't remember what order.
Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, Don, I'll sell you the rabbit.
Blah, blah, blah.
Is that George R.R. Martin? Possibly. So, I present to you all Super Rainbow! I don't remember what orders the colours go in, so I'm just going to improvise. Everything's fine, yay! And sometimes, friends, it's not about being right, it's about getting it done. And if your rainbow has a wonky order of colours, then you know what? It's a wonky ordered rainbow. And everyone's okay with that, because they're paying you large amounts of money to draw. Basically worse than a toddler. A toddler with spray paints. I want to say Toddler with Spray Paints is the name of my punk band, but it's absolutely not. Although that is an excellent name for this. Marshall gave me the rainbow for reference, but it was already too late. It was already too late. Oh, Digi, I'll bust out that flag in just a second. Because I think that would be cool. I don't know if do we need to put brown on this? I forget if brown made it into the rainbow, or if it was like held by the bouncer. And you know what? There's not enough green in the rainbow, so let's double down. This rainbow needs more green. And another blue. It's like if with Neapolitan ice cream you could choose all the flavours. Yeah. And we're going to put that. And this is totally accurate rainbow in sky. And just, I want you all to know I'm saving all of these. So, yeah, let's get ourselves some, because if I use the tool, I should be able to get some nice clean lines. So that's blue over, so pink, white, pink. Elizabeth, go home. Go home, you're drunk. Your husband worries, you're drunk. So is that the... There we go. Nice clean lines. And there we go. Yay! Oh, it hit the blue though. Hang on. Can I No! George, you're shite! I need more blue on that one, I'm sorry. The frame hit all the blue. Sorry!
Blum, blum.
There we go. Nice clean lines. There we go. That should be better. A little bit better. Don't ask me for... Shout out to my cool peeps. Okie dokie. Oh, Geraldine, that's a way better title. Elizabeth, you're clearly mashed, but I have no qualms in selling you that for like nearly $500. And secretly, Robin, yes, we did get around to drawing a pride flag, but let's be honest, it took 4 hours for someone to request. I didn't even think of that. Right, we're going to do cool-ass flames in the heart of a mountain! We're going to spray paint the side of our friend's van. Gonna do some flames, and it's gonna be red. Welcome to the flames. Welcome to my van. I got a sound system in the back, and my dad doesn't know I stole his keys.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Man, I'm like Gaia Online super levels of art today. Honestly, I can understand if the artists in the room feel a little bit intimidated. And like, that's by no means my intent, you know? I don't mean to use my brilliance to overshadow others. You all know this. Dear Don, I hope you know I'm going to throw you in the fire. I just want you to know, Don, that when the revolution comes, the artists are not on your side. Quick question, have any of you seen The Velvet Buzzsaw on Netflix? Just more curious than a necessity primer for a conversation. And then get that going. Chow. Chow. Jumping back into chat, so Spiller says the title I found this in the skid. Well, that's cool. And yeah, Navalos, I'm with you here. The animation of the character being linked to my movements is so good. It's such a small touch, and that's one of the things that we really should. That's one of the things we really should focus on. Is that this game has so many excellent little touches for a very simple premise. Draw art MS Paint style. Draw art MS Paint style and go in there. Oh yeah, Marshall, we're gonna beat a bunch of these rich people with a stick, but that's fine. We're using that basically as a barometer to know who to consume. I got high as balls in my van. Also, okie dokie. Man, the not a cult, just a cult ones did really well. Decisions. I don't understand. Don, it's your future. It's your future. It's the death of the bourgeoisie. Gonna burn your house down with a combustible lemon. Combustible lemon! Alex says, a red, blue, purple Venn diagram. Interesting. Yeah, tagline for the next one, eat the rich. Elizabeth, I don't know what you're taking, but you're buying all my terrible art. Notable, Passepartout's obsession with details garnered the attention of the city's nobility. For now. Alright. So that was big old red, big old blue, and in the middle, some like. And then I'm just going to scream, eat the rich. I think we're all okay with that. Eat. The ITCH. I might have gone a little bit too heavy on the chub there. Please don't quote me on that one. I'm using the T twice, don't judge me. Green, we haven't put any green in any of these. There we go. No, alright, we're gonna go for a horrific light blue. Let's see if the French nobility buys something that just says eat the rich. But it's okay because it only has one T, so they won't be able to decipher our clever code. They won't know. Also, if your name is Richard, I just want you to know this isn't a personal call out. Eat the rich! There's no T in rich, is there? There we go. There we go. It's camouflaged. It's camouflaged. Oh. Got an idea, but it's dumb. Don's like, this is the best painting ever. Actually, you know what, Don? It's not for sale. Not to you. You don't understand my art. Oh, crud. Lee just copy-pasted all of my Twitter history. I have an idea, and it's obnoxious, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, no. Oh no, I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, there's some serious hot irony going on with a lot of people with a lot of money trying to buy a painting that says eat the rich. Is anyone else seeing this? Is anyone else finding this? But there is a large amount of weirdness in a group of people all trying to... I'm not selling it to you. Although, didn't we get into this problem in the earlier stages? We did, didn't we? Don't worry, friends. I've got an idea.
Blah, 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 blah.
Stop that incessant clicking.
Blah, blah, blah.
Who was that? So whoever that was that just gifted a sub to Mr. Ghost, you fucking legend! Thank you. Thank you. But how's Carl rides even when I'm fecking around with art stuff? So, whoever that was, fucking thank you. Mr. Ghost, how are you doing? How are you all doing?
Blah.
Thank you, Digi Seahorse, thank you. It is just the word meme.
Blah, blah,
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Because anyone called George might take it as a personal threat. I was about to write, George, I will do you a damage. Secretly Robin says, I guess Will is entering his vaporwave phase. No, but I am now! Oh, it's happening.
blah, 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 blah.
This is, you've started this. We've entered the vaporwave phase. Gaze ye mighty in despair for these, for look at what you have wrought. See if I can remember how to draw a floppy disk. I think I can remember. Like grey, and there's a bit on the top, like that. And there's a bit in the middle.
Blah, blah, blah.
And there's an extra one. Everyone wants to buy Eat the Rich, and I'm finding this unsettling. And there's a bit up there. Fine, I'll sell him Eat the Rich. The idea of Don buying Eat the Rich for $5,000 amuses me. For this one, I want to call this Touch Floppy Get Dizzy, and that's a shout out to anyone who ever had to install Doom the old-fashioned way. Alright, so I got one more canvas space, friends. I need some suggestions here. Like, I hit the vaporwave phase way too early, so now I need to do these fuckers a damage. I mean, sell them some art.
Blah, blah, blah.
Alex says, I downloaded Doom from some random BBS! Alex Elizabeth Herschel Swavery, don't copy that floppy. We were warned about this. Spiller says, a powerful Wafflemancer. I could draw a powerful Wafflemancer.
Wow.
Georgino, I ain't selling you shit. A powerful Wafflemancer is a powerful wizard, right? So we need a dark night sky. And some spooky ass mountains. If we're doing a Wafflemancer, the Wafflemancer needs to have, like, all the details, alright? Don't worry, I've got an idea.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wow, Don, you got too much cash, mate. Fine, Don, I'll sell you a floppy disk for $300. Fucking asshole. So, Touch Floppy, Get Dizzy has sold. So there's no accounting for taste, am I right? Alright, so once again I'm doing my old, like, Mount Doom shenanigans, so just...
Blah.
that was meant to be a lot thinner, but okay. Yeah, Mount Fiji got nothing on me. Alright, so now we need a Waffle Mancer. A Waffle Mancer, bathed in orange. There's his little body in the middle. And that will be his head. His head is massive. He's very thin. His hooded hands raised to the skies as if to summon waffles! But he does need a Waffle Mancer's hat, which he currently does not have. Even if he does have a bit of a wonky face. And a Waffle Mancy hat's going to be wide brimmed. Like the widest of brims. Kind of like, and it's definitely going to have like a couple of doodles up there. Elizabeth, no one cares. And if you could, I'll tell you what, Elizabeth, I've got an idea. So take some of your
Reactor online.
shove them
Sensors
into
online.
your own
Weapons online. All
Narcissus!
systems
What, ho, friend? Narcissus, how are you doing?
Heyo friendos.
Heyo to you, Narcissus, and I apologise, dear friends. I'm getting drawn into this. So this might have to just be Shadow of the Waffle Mancer, but we will see his lightning-y waffle powers sparking off from his hands. The waffles he commands are strong. So this is just Shadow of the Waffle Mancer. In the light of his incredible might, he is merely yellow in the glow of the day. But the meme is a rushed piece of crap. Thank you.
Blum, blum.
Waffle Mancer at night. That's terrible and I feel bad. So Narcissus, how are you doing, friend? Also, feckin' congrats on 7. Like, thank you. 7 months of ridiculousness you've been here for. So thank you kindly, friend. Thank you kindly. Mary, you've got no taste, and I'll sell you it for 600. Done. Robin says, check the price of bread. Let's find out. Price of bread stayed pretty consistent. Baguettes have not gone up or down in price. George, you literally sleep in your car. Go away. Narcissus says, doing good. Work finally eased a bit so I can catch the stream for the first time in a couple of weeks. Oh, that's good to hear, friend. That's good to hear. Currently we're playing Passepartout, and I don't know how much longer we're going to jam on this one for, but we're definitely going to keep going for at least, I guess, to the next stage so far, because we've had a lot of interesting stuff. And then we're going to belt out a couple of pieces of merch as a group of friendos. Oh, Spiller says it's past 2 AM, and I blame the music and your Waffle Mancy. I promise nothing! Eat the Don. Don, I will stab you in a parking lot. Oh, Shackle says try single green pixel on a black canvas. Done and done, my friend. You've had too much gin. Go home, Mary. Greenfire says white skull on black background. Ooh, ooh, that's quite tempting. Decisions, friends. Decisions. Dreamer says, I see we've gotten to that point in the game. And Dreamer's like, oh, hey, you're still going. I prepared, baked, eaten an eggplant parmesan. Check you out. I don't know if we've got too much steam in the tank left for this one. Not because I'm not enjoying this game, but because, you know, I enjoy chatting and bantering with you all, and the painting sections of this are fun as heck. But I'd almost want to fast forward these. I wonder if we could get Floydo to play this at some point. That would be fun. What would you friendos be down for that at some point? Like getting Floyd to jam on this. That'd be really fun. The Dreamer says this is very poignant. Yeah, success in art leading to a general lack in.
Blah 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 blah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, you're all right. I'm absolutely getting to that point in the artist's journey. Where I'm just like incoherently scribbling things because it makes me, because it's fun to draw joined up words, and then I realise that I can't remember how to do. I can't remember how to do any of this. So how are you all doing? The only thing that I was going to add, friends, is that once we're done with this portion of the show, we are not done for the day. So what we're probably going to do, friends, is in, I don't know, so about half an hour's time or so, we'll bring this section of the show to a close. And then who wants to bang out some merch with me? I'm going to pop them up on the... we're going to try using the Streamlabs merch feature, and we'll see how we do that. Like, I think we could bang out some really, really cool stuff. Let's do a little like adorable friendo heart here. Then we could just fill that in and then do some cool sketching stuff on it. I'll be down for that. I'm just free doodling now. Spiller says, I'm feckin' tired. I'd love to do the merch thing, but it'll be past 3 AM by then. Dig deep, Spiller! Dig deep! Gaze into your heart. I can't draw. I just realised, friends, I don't know how to draw. I don't know what I'm doing. This entire time, I've actually had no clue how to draw things. Why isn't anyone stopping me?
Blah blah.
Wait. Also, I can't draw backwards.
Blah blah.
Dream Psych, express your feelings, Will. I just draw a pint. What do you reckon this one feckin' sells? Unhinged at the 4-hour mark. Desu says, an artist isn't the absence of fear, but it's the presence of fear and the will to press on. Boof! Oh. No, I hope you'll all forgive me for only doing a 5-hour... See? Feckin' Mary's got no taste. Just buy it. Just feckin' buy it. Just feckin' buy it. Lady Love. Noble ladies are loving Passepartout's craft. So what I am going to do is ditch a single green dot. You've had too much gin, go home, Mary, because Mary's the only one buying our paintings again. So suddenly I'm way more amenable. Spiller says, anyone got any cash left? It'd be... no! Spiller, no! I nearly read that out. Nearly read that out. So, I just want to point out, Don's problem with the trans flag isn't that it's the trans flag, it's that it's copying other art. Don, that's not how That's not how that works. It's not how art works. Spiller, I nearly read that out. Miyagi Tsukura says Mary wants detailed art. She doesn't care. No, Camille, no one said that. No one said that. Come on, inspiration. Let's go back. Ninja Falcon says, yay, plagiarism in a picture within a video game. This game gets it. Sorry, bear with me all just a second. I am going to... also, anyone that... yeah... I know who we're drawing next. Okay. Anyone working on Unity titles and things like that, please absolutely... absolutely make an option to have the audio continue in the background, because it makes such a change. Joey back in chat says, Miyagi Tsukura says draw the growler. Fine. But I'm drawing it in a room. You would be the death of me. And then let's get also a nice mahogany table. What kind of table is it? Mahogany. Yeah, look at this perspective we got going on. And I just didn't realise art was going to be so easy. Oh. How long before I get smashed in the gabba by Shay or someone? What size is the pint glass on? Alright. So, there we go. Can't believe you're making me do this. And no, I'm not drawing it see-through. That would fecking kill me. I don't know how to do distortions. What can I add to this? What can I add to it? Oh, Moose says, honestly, I'd be more worried about Lady Jingle. Ain't through that. Lady Jingle breaks stuff. Caffeine says, add gin. Feckin' yeah, I'll add some gin, my friend. Bit the old Hendrix and tonic there, please. Doopy-doo, apples and pears. The music is very calming. There is a certain melancholy element to the tunes that I don't know if it necessarily hits the beats I would have gone with, but I'm glad it's here. Jen. There we go. Arch Value says, everyone knows ladies in powdered wigs are super edgy. They'll buy it right away. Hells yeah. This situation requires more gin. Oof. Nailed it.
Bleed purple 100, bleed purple 100, bonus 20 classic Bob Ross. Mounting, tree, stream, cabin.
Don's about to pay me $1,000 for gin. Get. There we go.
Blah, blah.
I knew I could get more cash out of you. Shackle, thank you for the 200 bits there. Incredible investment. The businessmen are beginning to realise Passepartout's potential. I said nice one, brother! Shackle, thank you kindly. So you, classic Bob Ross. Mountain, tree, stream, cabin. Alright, I think I can do that. Because it's like sky... Mountain... Don't think I haven't been paying attention to the good man Bob. Bob gets it. Bob Ross gets it. And I know that none of you would have understood that statement unless I'd said it out loud, because I know that's where you will come to me. It's for that kind of like incredible wisdom that I bring. Bob Ross does a good. Like honestly, I don't know where else you'd all be able to get that kind of like hard-hitting artistic understanding of a medium. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we got our mountain. We'll give it a couple of teeny tiny street lines there. Alright. Now we need our ground. See, perspective. Look at this. Look at this. Spiller says, okay, I'm out. I need some semblance of sleep. Besides, if I stay awake much longer, I'll be able to reduce to terrible jokes and swearing. Have fun drawing on the line. Or outside of the drawing. Thank you kindly. And Spiller, thank you for hanging today. Thank you for being most excellent. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you soon, alright? Is this really good art? Well, that's not for... Let's get us a little log cabin. Jobs are good. There we go. And give us a nice little tiny door. Yeah! We're almost at happy trees time, and I know that's what you were waiting for. You're waiting for them happy trees. I can't believe you lot are all letting me do this. Like, you know when you're doing something and you feel like, if I keep doing this, eventually someone's gonna step in, right? Someone's gonna be like, look, Will, you've had too much, mate, we're cutting you off. This is what I keep expecting to happen here. Like, why has no one stopped me yet? Why has no one been like, mate, look, we understand, but we need you to just not now, Will. We need you to just not. Miyaki says, oh, is it fantastic art? I don't think anyone's ever said that about my drawings. Don't worry, this is all part of the plan, friends. This is all part of the plan. Because then... Is this a house, or is this a really cool stoned guy? Only you can decide. Because it's art! Free to interpretation! Look at this! Look at this! Alright, now let's get us some trees, shall we? And then take this. And we give them like this little pine tree. Actually, we need a slightly darker. Don't worry, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan, friends. Lots of triangles. That's a secret. Pine trees. All triangles. Like little Christmas trees. You know what I'm saying? Little Christmas trees. Jobs are good. Happy little accidents. That's what Bob would say. That's what Bob would say, wouldn't he? It's a kaleidoscope, isn't it? The only problem with this, of course, being that it does require my full attention. Which means I'm not speaking with you all as much as I should. God, today's been such a strange day. I feel like I've whipped from breakneck speed to talking seriously about, like, you know, renting and work and business stuff. And with our wonderful guest, Mateus, who we had on earlier, like, talking about, like, games industry, like, indie problems. And now we're talking about, like, you know, guffing out trees and happy accidents and all of those. And it's like, yo. Don't judge me! Don't judge me! Alright, but any of my artist friends who say that they couldn't stream on Twitch and draw, I'm gonna call them cowards now. I've done it. I've done it. It's dead easy. Alright. This one's for you, Bob. This one is for you, Bob. Ninja Falcons are saved! Yeah, that Bob Ross cabin, yo. 6 salmon called going into a movie theatre. Giorgio says it's too complex for me to invest. Giorgio, have you ever considered taking fine art and cramming it into your urethra? Have you considered that? You angry munchkin. Ninja says, have you seen Cabin in the Woods? I have. It's a stunkingly good one. Elizabeth, yeah, I'll sell it yes. There we go. We're making mad bank off of Bob Ross. Alright, career advice. To advance your career, you must please more respectable customers. Highborn ladies completely adore Passepartout. Dezo says, do you like the sound of that? I'm not taking down the pride flag, just as an FYI. I ain't taking it down. Oh, but I am reaching the zenith of my creative exploits.
Blah, blah, blah.
Giorgio, get stuffed in a bin. So if anyone has any requests, we might be bringing the Passepartout section of this stream to a close.
Blah, blah.
And we are absolutely going to do another key giveaway as friends, because I have tried. Miyaki Sakurai, I did Tiny Mech already. Oh, I don't know if you heard that popping and locking. Decisions.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, why haven't I done fecking? Oh, sorry, here's me being a stupid. I haven't done any of the houses yet.
Blah.
Don't listen to Will. He's a stupid. Don't listen to Will. He gets lost easily. Yes, if I can shield me. Is it ain't good? I could have done MS Paint Adventures. I could have been Andrew Hussey if I wanted to. I'm absolutely kidding, friends. And if you ever want a good example of like creative writing and humor, like overriding artistic ability. I'm not saying that Hussey can't draw, but I'm saying that like if you go back and read Problem Sleuth and other bits of his work, like dude had it going on. Like Hussey's crazy funny. And while Homestuck became a creature into its own right.
Blah blah.
Yeah, check that out. I know what I'm doing. I'm a complete fucking idiot. He said being a complete fucking idiot. There we go. And then pop that one. It's alright, we're just not going to pay attention to it. It's fine. But yeah, sorry, I didn't want you to all think that I was dissing on the Huss there out of like naivety. If I ever get to be as funny at writing as the Huss, then I will absolutely cast shade. But today is not that day. It's like when I used to do video work, and I would constantly lament that I would never be as funny as the Meet the videos from TF2. That looks like a shield, right? Yeah. That is not how you draw an axe handle. Why am I allowed to do this? George, you're not Hightown. I meant to impress, like, people who like art. And George, so far, the only thing you've proven to me is that you are basically a tasteless asshat. And that the only thing worse than your penchant for wearing a vest in the middle of the summer over your clothes is that you're a bum. That you are a redunculous crumb bum. So don't talk to me or my art ever again. Just don't do it. I'm sorry. I seem to have mistaken you for another colour. So Johnny McJack Numbers is saying, can you do Thick McRun fast? I cannot. We are seeing the extent of Will's talents in Fury. Yeah, there we go. Boosh. I will cut you. No, I don't want to put threats in. It's an axe already. What do you want? It's an axe. What do you want from me? I'm getting good at this whole art thing. Numbers is like, boo! Oh, Night Valen. That's... Excuse me, cheeky T-Babs. That is very kind of you to say. Numbers with, can I ask you a question? Oh, that's way better! Can I ask you a question? See, and this is why I like collaborative work. Right. Okay, dear friends, we are not far off of rolling into some mosh pit sim. I don't think we're going to progress much farther in Passepartout today, and not because, again, not because this game isn't good. If you want to give it a go, dear friendos, and don't mind picking it up through the humble link, then there it is. It is a feckin' stonking game, and I don't think you need me to tell you why this is good. Buzz good. It's very good. Oh, except every time I click away. Quasi! What, old friend? So Quasi, we're about to roll into some mosh pit sim for some cool ass keys, and then we're gonna do something a little bit different this afternoon. I'm gonna set up the. I think we can haggle him. Oh wow, okay, we haggled him straight up to 2K for an axe. Emerging enterprise. The businessmen are looking forward to their stock market introduction. Quasi says different, intriguing. Yes. So Quasi, Novalis sent us a wonderful drawing of the Longship crest earlier in the week, and I asked Novalis if he could send me like a nice high-res version that didn't have the Friendo and the Slugcat on, because we don't have the license to use either of those characters. They did that, and now I'm gonna do a thing. Quasi says, tonight I'm a full member of House Order. For while I watch this, I'm sorting through 2,000 pennies as part of a gift. If they were thrown on the floor, I would cry. Just imagine a House Chaos with a tennis ball, just like waiting for an opening. So yeah. Okay, dear friends. Okay, so I want to say again, thank you so much to Mateus. Thank you so much to the Flamebait team. And ooh, I'm gonna. Oh no, we know that guy. Thank you so much for creating such a wonderful game. And friends, I don't know if you got the story at the beginning, but this was their first project. They started this as students and released this as an independent team in, I believe it was Sweden, and they've had an incredible, incredible run of it. If you take one thing away from this game, a simple concept can take you to market. Use the tools you have available, certainly, but if you look at the actual gameplay mechanics of this title, its style, its art, how it's laid out, this is incredible. And this was put together in, what was it, 8 months? And there has been post-release content and extra stuff added, but it took them 8 months to go to market. 8 months. And this game has done great. And I'm not saying that you should all bank your futures on maybe having Jacksepticeye play your game or maybe having a success, but I just, with all the madness that goes on in the games industry, with all the madness that goes on in creative industries, I want you all to remember that, I'm not saying quit your day job, but the thing that you want to make, the thing that in your heart you really want to create is entirely valid and entirely viable. Be sensible, box clever, don't blow all your marketing budget on 2 hits in the same week, but yo, the things that you want to do are entirely viable. So, yo, I hope that is the story you take away from today. And again, I apologise that I kind of went more than a teeny tiny bit quiet. It's very hard to draw and banter. And I was entirely joking earlier when I was throwing shade on Twitch artists. It's bloody hard work, friends. It's bloody hard work. Desu says, I hope to become successful in one day. The amazing Viking Blonde plays my game. Hells yes, Desu. Hells yes. Alright. But from these numpties, who are just throwing shade on our stuff. So again, thank you to the Passepartout team for creating such an incredible, incredible little story. So bear with me a second while I set this up. So, friends, I hope you're all ready because we're going to be doing a round of Mosh Pit Sim. We've got 3 games to give away, and I just need to cook those up real quick. I've got so many good screenies, it's going to be amazing. So we've got 3 cool games to give away, and I will tell you what those are in just a second, my friends. So I just need to cook this up, and then, yeah. So Isaac says, check the DMs, there's 2 new ones. Which DMs? Please, Discord is better than Twitch, because Twitch does not let me know what's going down. But I am having problems with the Twitch backend stuff today, so that was another great thing while running late and doing battle and a bunch of things, so. Gotta love a challenge, friends, gotta love a challenge. Alright, come on, come on. Ooh, so I've got some really good ones. So bear with me all just a second, friend, for a round of giveaways. And then, yeah, I'm going to put together some merch for you lot. And if you want it, then brilliant. We can have a chat about what you want, a chat about how to do it. I'm going to want, you know, your thoughts and feels, friends. Because it's like that whole thing of like, I want